Like, fucking, come on, have fun, laugh, smile. And I was like,
you own a dispensary and you're gay? What else you got under your fucking sleeve?
Shoot a couple ropes of friendship across his butt cheeks. And
that's literally the worst.
What the fuck are we even doing here?
What are we doing here, man? Finding God, getting chips.
Oh, fuck. You want to get off the phone and we're like, start it?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can stay on the phone, but I can hear you on here now. So,
what is up, you guys? Welcome back to What Are We Doing Here? My name is Hunter Holt. We got a special guest coming in, Mr. Randy McCready himself, the fucking clown. What's up, kid? How you doing? What background you got? Are you in the Death Star right now?
I'm in the Star Killer base.
You're in the Star Killer base.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, doggy. Republic. Are you Empire or you a New Republic? Or what's up?
I'm gray.
You're gray? Yeah.
I'm gray.
No, I'm on the side of the Mandalorian where it's just like, dude, I'm just doing my thing, man. I'm fucking trying to help out people.
He's pretty gray.
Yo, so what do you think? So first of all, let's introduce ourselves. My name's Hunter Holt.
Hunter Holt. He's from Colorado, Boulder.
Born and raised. This is Randy
raised.
McCready. We both met each other through the marijuana industry. We both randomly happened to like work at different dispensaries at different times, kind of saw each other in passing, and then we both met up at High Street Growers.
Yeah, and got to work together more intimately.
And that's when I found out how cool of a dude you were, and fucking where I was just like, oh, this dude's a badass. Like, I like this dude a lot.
Yeah, like instant connection for sure.
Yeah, fucking. Whew.
Oh.
Or like, woo. Nah, he ain't gay, but he cool as shit. We can sword fight all day if you want.
No.
Dude, I got that dark saber. What's up?
What? That's nasty.
All right. So, I mean, the theme of the podcast is what are we doing here? We're trying to just figure out what the fuck are we doing here with life. But because me and you, we love science fiction and comic books and everything like that, I think we're going to heavily focus on that today. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Fuck yeah. What is that on your shirt?
Deadpool. Taco Time, baby.
Oh, hell yeah. Fucking Deadpool.
Deadpool.
How do you feel about number 3 coming out?
I cannot wait. Although I'm kind of sad because what's his? I forget who said this, Jackman or Ryan Reynolds, but they said that the third one was originally going to be, I don't know if you heard this, a road trip with Wolverine. But
as long as they introduce Wolverine with his fucking yellow mask and the
right?
because that's what they have to do now.
But now that's off the table because who bought him? Disney bought him?
No, yes, Disney bought Sony
From
up.
Sony?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So they have to now.
So that's kind of out the window now.
No. I
mean, there's still going to be a 3, but there's still going to be a 3. It's just I don't think it's going to be the road trip because Wolverine is still owned by Sony, I think.
Not anymore.
Technically.
No, not anymore. After
just like
dude,
Venom.
You not remember that post scene credit where they showed Wolverine's mask and gloves with like the 90s animated style with the yellow ears and the fucking.
Where was that in Deadpool? Or?
I think it was Captain Marvel.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I don't remember exactly which one. Dude, Marvel's gone so far with their fucking universe that it's
yeah. Do you see they just released the Hawkeye trailer?
Yeah, the Hawkeye's gonna be sick.
Although
I saw the Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Oh yeah.
Kind of excited for that, man. Looks dope.
Yeah, I could get down.
Yeah.
Have you been watching WandaVision?
I was just about to ask you that because I'm waiting for all the episodes to be out so I can binge it.
Oh, nice.
Then
I won't spoil anything.
I mean, you can spoil a little bit if you want. So you can tell me.
You know, I'm not really impressed.
No?
It's been kind of boring so far.
Has it been like just kind of a cash grab for fucking Disney to be like, oh, here's our new series? And
yeah. And it's like, it's not action. There's like no superhero like fighting really.
It's it's all like a drama, like
yeah.
One of those like alphabet fucking.
I think honestly, Wanda might have gone crazy.
Oh no, she does.
Like,
yeah.
And I think she manifested this whole thing in her head.
Yeah. That's basically if you look into the comics and like whatever.
Oh yeah,
she does go through that
House of M.
Yeah. she does go through that whole like internal quest where she tries to figure out what the fuck is going on with herself. She
It's a lot of
kinda goes
power
crazy.
for one person for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Fucking you're a Marvel guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a DC. I've always been DC.
Oh yeah.
DC all the way. Batman's been my boy. Fucking
I was always into Spider-Man. I mean,
I know
Batman's dope
obviously
too,
you've been Spider-Man. Look at your fucking chair.
but- yeah.
So speaking of Spider-Man, what do you think about this whole Spider-Verse coming into the
Oh, I'm
Marvel
down.
universe?
I'm so down.
Yeah.
I'm way down.
Was I never saw the oh there he is. Yeah. Oh, no, hold it closer. There it is. Yeah, this dude's a Spider fan. Spider-Man, the Spider fan. Does anything a spider can.
Oh.
No.
Except for spin web at his booty. What?
I mean, what would you do if you could spit webs? What would be your first fucking thing that you would do?
Well, I'd have to live downtown.
Obviously, you'd have to live downtown. Yeah. You can't live anywhere with like,
Denver.
yeah. You have to live in a metropolis, of course. Like
Right.
San Francisco, New York.
New York would be the best for sure.
Chicago would work a little bit.
Maybe LA.
You'd have Denver, but you'd have like this little 3 mile square area that you could protect. Everything else, you're like, yeah, let me get them trees.
You have to get the spider car or some
Yeah. Well, that's why I like fucking Batman, because dude, he doesn't have superpowers. All he has is fucking money in his mind.
Oh yeah.
He's just a smart ass motherfucker who's down to get down.
Yeah. Have you read all the Red Hood series at all?
I like the Red Hood series. I don't like the fact that Damian was, the Red Hood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was
I think he's
fucking-
good now, though, isn't he? I don't know.
He's good.
Yeah.
There was a time where he was all against it because he
brainwashed or
grew
whatever?
up underneath Batman's tutelage, and then he didn't agree with like some of the things that Batman was fucking saying.
And
it
is that
was like-
Nightwing too or no?
What's up?
Is that Nightwing?
Nightwing.
Nightwing's the second
Nightwing
one.
is different one. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
Nightwing is what is his name?
Jason Todd? Is that it?
Could be.
That's one of them.
Sorry
I
guys,
don't know if
if you guys are yelling at us because of this shit, don't worry. It's my bad. Shit.
Oh shit.
So what was I going to say about the Spider Universe? How are they going to introduce Venom into the whole MCU? Because he has to be there.
Can they do that yet, or is because Venom's making movies with someone else still, isn't he? Or no?
I think he's still acquired by Sony, but I think they've relinquished some of the rights, because if you look at the end, there's like that whole Tobey Maguire scene. There's a picture of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man saying murderer on it as like they're walking by. Yeah, you got to go by. It's a little Easter egg that you got to go like look at.
Nice. Okay.
So they are trying to introduce that shit, because you know as well as I do that fucking Venom was part of Spider-Man's world. Like he was a symbiote that came down, fucking found Eddie Brock, and then saw Spider-Man, was like, oh, that's a better host. Let me try to get him.
Oh yeah.
And that's where they got the whole spider, like Venom originally had the spider on him. Yep, exactly.
Showing off. This one's Agent Venom. What?
God damn it. God damn it. You got all these toys.
I have so many more.
Oh, I bet you do. Motherfucker, I bet you do. I've seen your comic collection, dude. I goddamn guarantee it.
Here's Venom.
Oh, goddamn Venom. So, back to what the podcast is about. What do you think you're doing here with life?
Me? I'm just floating around on this big ass rock.
Right? We're on a fucking rock that's hurtling through space. That's, got enough oxygen and environment for us to grow plants and food and animals that we need to consume. It's kind of like a cruise ship. I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise.
I have been on one cruise.
Did you like it or not?
Oh, I freaking loved it. It was a Star Trek themed cruise.
There you go. That's what you need to do. You need to go on theme cruises. You can't just go on like a regular cruise. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, you're ready for this podcast.
Boom.
Fucking yeah. So every cruise that I've been on with like my parents before I came out was all like the regular normal family cruises where they just try to, keep you happy and entertained for 7 days.
Hell
The dopest cruise that I ever went on was my first gay cruise.
Damn. I bet those are crazy.
Oh my.
Was that too much or was it just enough?
I mean, there's a line between too much and way too much, because I had all the fun. Basically, I was 22 and I was like, in the best shape of my life, just the belle of the ball. Everybody, everybody was coming up to me like, "What's up? What's your name? You want to dance?" What's up? Yeah. So I was like, "Yo, I'm here with my partners. I can't fucking." But I did end up running around, fucking boosting my numbers quite a bit. That
Giggity.
giggity on that one. Yeah, I met a couple of dudes who were like closer to my age, named Chip and Brian. Shout out, you guys. I don't know if you guys are still together, but
What up, Chip and Brian?
Yeah, they saw me and they were like, "Oh, you're into the same shit we're into. You want to do some ketamine?" Fuck yeah, I do.
On a boat? I don't know about that.
And you're like, on a boat? Yeah, for sure. What else you got?
Cruise ships aren't really like on a boat because you don't really feel the motion unless the waves are rocking.
After 7 days of taking ecstasy and ketamine and coke and fucking drinking the whole time, and
you felt it,
dude. When I got off that boat, I had the worst sea legs ever.
Land sickness is not a joke, dude.
It wasn't a joke. No, and we were sitting there. We got detained by the fucking
Border Patrol? Or Coast Guard? Or
Coast Guard.
What is it?
You know the ones I'm talking. Yeah. The guys who control coming in. Checkpoint. Uh-huh. Yeah. So I had smoked my last joint right before we got off the boat, and I was like, "We're getting rid of all the fucking drugs that we have. Let's smoke this last joint before we leave." Blah blah blah.
Hell yeah.
So I get off the boat and I'm reeking like a joint, and we're walking down the ramp and I see this yellow lab, which is a part of the fucking
custom
sniffer dog. Yeah, custom. That's who it is. Custom. Fucking there.
Oh, the dog hit you,
dude. And it was a yellow lab. So my dog Steve was a yellow lab, and I've just lost him like a year ago. So I saw this yellow lab and I'm all high and I'm like, "What's up, buddy? Come here." And I go and like start to pet him, and he does the fucking sit down thing, like the
trigger.
Yeah, he does totally. The trigger thing. And they're like, "Sir, can you step aside? Who are you traveling with?" And I was like, I'm just here by myself. And then my partners, I tried to give them the fucking chance to go like walk past me, but they were like, "Oh, we're traveling with him." And they're like, "All right, we're gonna need all of you to come with us right now."
Damn.
Yeah. So they take us into the back room, start questioning us one by one, like, "Yeah, why did the dog trigger on this?"
So why do you have a suitcase full of sex toys? I'm just kidding.
No, we definitely did have some dildos. We had some fucking lube. We had all the fun stuff. It was a gay cruise. They didn't expect that. Yeah. Well, and luckily we had gotten rid of
traveling regulars.
Everything, like all the ecstasy that we had, all the fucking fun stuff that we had, we got rid of.
Yeah, hell yeah. Good call.
And so they split us up. They talked to us one by one, and I was like, "Listen, man, I smoked a joint right before I fucking got off the boat. That's probably what the dog is sniffing at." Bob, on the other hand, fucking folded under pressure and was like, "Oh, we had this and this," and like literally told him everything that we had.
Oh my gosh.
And so they start searching our bags, and then we had this Pringles. It was like one of those Pringles fucking hidden hide cans.
Oh yeah.
So you can like open up the bottom, stash your shit, and then if you open up the top, it just looks like a can of Pringles.
You can put like some chips in there or whatever.
Yeah, no, they come with chips in them.
Oh yeah. But I always eat them and get more, but
of course. But so we didn't even have anything in that. And Bob was like, "Oh, we have this. Like, don't get us in trouble. We don't have anything." And we showed them the Pringles can, and they were like, "Whoa, we've never seen this before. Thanks for showing us."
Well, that's bullshit. Bob, they've totally seen that before.
I was like, "Bob, fucking stop snitching, bro. Like, fucking shut up."
No doubt they've seen that before. They've had to. Yeah. Unless they're second down the job.
Yeah. Well, so the whole time they're sitting there and they're trying to fucking bust us on something. And we're being honest with them. Like, yo, we did all the drugs on the boat. We have nothing left. We smoked a joint before we fucking got off. There's nothing you can do to us. And the one of the guys was a fucking real young asshole. He was like, "Listen, man, I can hold you up for fucking however many hours I want, and and I could put you into a cell until you can make bond. Can you make a $5,000 bond?" And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And then my boyfriend Mark, the homie, fucking my baby boy, he comes in. He's like, "Yo, he might not be able to pay it, but I can. So what's up?
What's up?
Are you gonna?" Yeah, it's like, "What's up? Are you gonna delay us anymore?" Damn, what's that?
You see it?
Oh, Pringles cans. Yeah. Quit snitching, bro. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Look, I'm in the real world now.
Oh, he's back. He's back. How do you like my world?
Oh yeah.
This is my hallucinogenic world that I've been working on.
There, but
No, I like your background. This shit is dope. So basically, yeah, after Mark was like, yo, he can't pay it, but I can. What are you gonna do? And they just fucking released us.
Damn.
Yeah. We ended up missing our flight and fucking having to wait another 15 hours.
Oh, in the airport or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
But luckily we did have a couple extra pills of ecstasy on us. So we were like, well, we've got time to kill.
Dude. Hell yeah, dude.
Eat these? And we were like, shit, why not? Before we get on the plane, let's not have anything else.
For sure.
So we ended up rolling our balls off in the Miami airport for like 3-4 hours, and then we got on the plane and fucking got home.
God. Yeah. Miami. So
yeah.
The one time we went there, dude, it was snowing in Miami.
No way.
Yeah, when we were leaving for the cruise. So we're like showing up in like shorts and tanks.
Yeah, of course. You're like ready for fucking anything. Yeah.
And like the cruise lines have heaters on in your room, but I'm sure like they've never been used. You know, so of course it didn't work. That was so funny. It was cold for like the first 2 days of it. But
dude, so I'm looking at a view. Let's go speaker view. So if you speak right now, I think you show up, right? Boom. And if I speak, I show up right now, right?
That's cool. Nice.
All right. I'm just trying to figure this goddamn thing out, dude. What are we doing here? What are we doing here on this? Okay, back to what we were thinking. So my view has been changed recently because I always thought we were fucking here just to enjoy the planet and like, you know, just kind of get through life without doing anything negative or wrong, you know, like just enjoying the fact that we're on this rock that's hurtling through earth or hurtling through space. But then recently, the CIA released a dossier explaining that technically we're all just energy holograms and we are in the matrix basically.
Damn.
Yeah, no, like this is like real shit that I was like, what? Damn. And you know, that whole power of positive thinking and the secret, you know, that book, The Secret. Yeah. Apparently that shit is real. And so if like you just put your mind towards a thought and like really focus on it with positive, loving energy, it will come through.
Yeah, totally.
Which started to blow my mind when I thought about it, because I was like, yo, how did I make things happen the way I did?
Dude, it's just like everyone has their own Truman Show kind of thing, you know?
Yep. Yeah. No, dude. So Truman Show, when that came out, did that not trip you out for like the first couple?
Because I've had that feeling before, you know?
Dude, I think everybody has that feeling. So when I heard that CIA dossier, I was like, wait a second. So the feeling that I have when I'm on hallucinogens is real?
Right.
And I can make anything happen with my mind as long as I think about it? Fuck. Yeah. That's scary. But then it comes back to the whole, you know, how did we get here as like this creature on this planet that does not naturally go with everything, you know, like how every other animal on this planet can naturally just survive after birth, or like, you know, doesn't need everything. It doesn't need anything like you know, housing or pants or, you know, it's like we don't need money. They don't need anything like that. They just naturally coexist with the environment.
Oh yeah, totally.
Why are we the only ones that, you know, cannot survive without nourishment or like some kind of protection from birth?
Exactly.
And then we also need all this other shit like fucking shelter and money and
clothes,
pants. Dude, pants are the biggest thing where I'm like, no other creature on this planet fucking wears pants. Dude, why are we the only ones?
We need light.
We need, you know, I mean,
like we need a light source.
Technically, if we didn't have light, I think we would evolve to have like X-ray vision and shit. We'd be like fucking. No, I think we'd be like Vin Diesel in Pitch Black, dude. I think we'd have fucking the shine light.
If we could all maybe live past past going crazy, maybe we could evolve to that point. But after like, I forget, it's like 36 hours of no light, you start hallucinating.
Oh, dude, great transition.
Laying down in a cave. Someone gets caught and they're laying down in a cave.
Great transition, because I just saw this movie called Sleepless Beauty, which is about have you heard about it? So it's about this Russian fucking sleep experiment. I know you heard about it back in the day, but this one's just like kind of a movie about it, how they like create Manchurian. You like that one? You saw that one? Yeah. But yeah, it's all about them creating a Manchurian candidate by like
nice.
kidnapping a girl and then forcing her to stay awake for like weeks at a time, but then at the same time like putting her through all this like mental fucking torture. Like showing her, like putting her in VR goggles that are just like showing people getting murdered and then like burying her in a fucking coffin with a dead body, but like not letting her sleep for the whole time.
Okay.
And then so by the end of it, she basically becomes just like this zombie that's willing to do anything, whatever they say.
Damn.
And she goes and like shoots this fucking politician and fucking, you know,
Right?
Putin becomes president again. It's one of those kind of things. Yeah, where it's like, okay, I believe that a little bit.
So that's kind of like the same thing, but they like used it to their advantage by like brainwashing her or something, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Well, and it's think about it. It's probably based on true shit because there was the Russian sleep experiments. That if you go on YouTube and search that shit, you'll find out that there was some weird,
like all those crazy Nazi experiments and shit back in the day.
Yep. Well, and where do you think we got those shits from?
Right?
You know, you really think that our scientists at that time didn't take a look at what the Nazis were doing and be like,
right?
Okay, we're gonna look into this for a little bit.
And
we're just not gonna use it on the public or on the fucking a certain type of people and exclude them, you know.
And I'm sure there's people like that still exist now, like Human Centipede and shit. But as soon as the government probably finds out about it, they shut it down.
Dude, Human Centipede is still one of my favorite. Like, it's such a fucked up movie, but I remember when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, I have to see this fucking movie. Like, this sounds insane.
Okay, so would you be the front or the back?
Oh man, I thought about that one because it was like at the end. Remember the fucking? Sorry, spoiler alert. The only one that survives is the middle one, and she's just stuck there, and fucking it pans up to the sky, and she's just fucked, dude. I think I'd have to be the fucking front to choose to choose what we're eating, so like I don't hurt the back. I'm like, all right, guys, we're not doing cuttlefish.
But the human scent iPad.
Yes, that's exactly what this. So you are the cuttlefish. No. But did you see like the second and third one of those?
Oh, the iPad, the scent iPad.
No, Human Centipede.
Yeah, like one of them is about like a fan of it that tries it himself, right?
Yeah, he's like the weird one who like jerks off with sandpaper while watching it and shit. Totally. Yeah, that was a fucked up one.
What's the third one?
Third one is in a prison where the main warden, he's basically like the guy in the second one where he's like, oh, I'm gonna teach all these fucking guys a lesson and like sews them all together and shit. And
okay.
He's like eating, one, but I
don't really remember too well.
Dude, he like eats fucking female clitorises that have been chopped off from Africa and shit. Dude, it's such a fucked up movie.
Is that an aphrodisiac or something?
It's like adrenochrome or whatever, like that QAnonymous shit that they've been talking about. Supposedly like that. It just like gives him power. And that's where he gets it from. But there's some fucked up scenes in that one.
Yeah,
where
totally.
he takes too much of that and passes out and has a fucking hallucination where all the inmates get free and they come in and they fucking they tackle him down, stab him in the side, and then one of them rapes him in the fucking
in the hole.
In the hole. Yeah, it's a fucked up sequence there. You're like, wow, how are we watching this one right now?
Who approved that?
Who approved this one? Yeah, Nicky Six or whatever his name is. Director. I don't remember what his name. Nick Six or something like that. I think is the director. Yeah. He went by a pseudonym, but yeah. Have you seen a Serbian film?
It's been a while, but yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about with the fucking newborn porn fucking rape scene. Yeah, that's the most fucked up movie I've ever seen to this day.
Jesus.
To this date. So anybody who doesn't know, the movie is called A Serbian Film. It is probably one of the most fucked up things you'll ever watch. It's about a down and out porn actor in Eastern Russia or Eastern Europe. And he gets hired to do this fucking last movie. He's like, all right, this is my last one. They're paying me fucking huge amounts of money. I'm going to get out. I'm going to have my child and move on from this fucking life. As it goes through, some of the scenes you see are the most disturbing things you've ever seen. Like the first one, I think, is the one where they knock the girl's teeth out and then make him blow him with a gummer. Like, yeah, that was pretty fucked up from the beginning. And then it just gets worse from there.
Oh yeah, way worse.
Yeah, and it leads up to I'm not going to ruin it, but it's just they go, we're introducing a new form of porn. It's called newborn porn. And you're like, oh fuck, what are we doing here? And yeah, you can guess what happens. But
Not a family film.
Yeah, not a family, not safe for work, that's for sure.
Unless your family is from the Hills Have Eyes.
Or like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Yeah.
Well, how'd you like that game the other day? Dead by
Dude,
Daylight?
I fucking loved it. I really
It's
want
so
to get
much fun,
back and
dude.
play. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you guys don't know, we tried to do a Twitch cast, but my computer sucked and I kept fucking getting kicked out because that's what happens when you don't have a good gaming
Leatherface
computer.
is one of the guys though that can come after you. He sucks.
Leatherface.
Yeah, totally.
Well, see, Leatherface, as far as like villains go. So let's go down the horror topic because I'm a horror fan. Anybody else?
Break out the horror action figures because I got those too.
I know you do. I fucking know you do. Who's your favorite? First of all,
Pinhead.
Pinhead for sure. Even though he's
Yeah.
like the
No doubt.
least, the least of the characters in that whole series.
Oh yeah.
He's not even like the main dude. He's never even the main dude. He's just the one that shows up and is like, I can show you pain or pleasure.
Hell
Come
yeah.
with me. Yeah. Yeah.
But
So-
like hacker and slasher wise, probably Jason.
Jason?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was my favorite in the beginning just because he was like that, like that hockey mask. That
Oh yeah.
yeah. He was just
Although
the
I
initial like
never got
unstoppable
into
killer.
the first movie though. It's like his mom in the first movie.
Yeah, the first movie, if you guys don't know, it's his mom is the killer. Fucking God, what I'm trying to go between either Freddy or Michael. Michael Myers was the one that fucked me up.
I think he's
as
my
a kid.
second. Yeah, I couldn't watch that as a kid. I had to shut it off.
Dude, so my mom showed me that at 8 years old. I remember we were just kind of hanging out and I was waiting for her to take me to the skate park. And she was like, hold on, Halloween's coming on. And I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, come on, I'm trying to go to the skate park. And she's like, no, sit down and watch this for a second. I'm 8 years old. That fucking first scene where he like stabs his sister and then comes out and just the whole score of it, the dude, that fucked my world up for so long.
So
I had to go.
I was like about the same age too, probably about 8.
Yeah.
But, like my dad and my stepmom were watching it, and he was like, "Hey, you have to go to your room, go play video games or whatever." I was like, "What? I want to watch this shit."
Yeah, you're
So
like, no,
I
I'm
waited till
here.
I fell asleep, and I like snuck down and like put it on, turned it on. I had to shut it off after that scene.
Yep.
Like,
After a certain couple of minutes, where you just well, and what's crazy about that movie and what I love about Wes Craven, God, I hope that was the right fucking director. Pretty sure it was, right? Wes Craven.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So what he did so brilliantly about that movie, because he did it under budget and he was just like, I'm doing this on my own. You barely see any blood in the whole thing. It's not it's not a gory film. It's not a slasher in, technical terms, but it's a suspenseful thriller. Because like every time you start hearing that, dude, it just makes your heart start. Yeah,
and the perspective.
And the first person perspective.
Yeah,
oh
totally.
man. So what I was
that kid was
I
like
think
our
I
age
discussed
when we
this. God damn it. I'm like trying to get off topic.
That's okay. That's what we're doing here. So
yeah, exactly. What are we doing here? We're talking about life and having fun. Fucking. How do you feel about the whole Twitch thing? You're so anybody who doesn't know, this man has a Twitch channel. What's the name of the channel?
Twitch and YouTube. But it's both either youtube.com, twitch.com/superbeast484.
Superbeast484. And that was what you are.
I post a bunch of videos on YouTube and then I'll like stream on Twitch and YouTube sometimes. But
nice. How's that going? Have you noticed like levels going up?
So I've been doing it for about a year.
Yep.
And I have 23 subscribers.
I'm at 16, so don't worry, man. We're working our way up, man. We're working our way up.
My buddy Heathen Skip, he's been doing it for maybe a year or two longer than me, and he's up to 64 viewers, I think. But I've just been like sharing them everywhere, trying to get more views. It's hard.
I mean, it's so many people doing the same kind of shit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And
that's a big form of entertainment stuff now.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So what I noticed when we try to do our stuff, or our Twitch the other night.
Oh yeah.
Was that you guys were very focused in on playing the game itself instead of creating content for people who are watching
Oh yeah,
to
exactly.
enjoy. So like that's why I kept, like when I jumped in, I was in podcast mode. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, what are you guys trying to talk about? Like
Oh yeah.
everybody else was like
I think it was
playing the
actually
game.
also that game too, because it's just so like suspenseful and you
That
gotta,
game's
like, watch.
sick,
So
dude.
we really get into that game. But
So what
like
is
other
it called
games,
again? It's called Dead by
Dead by
Daylight.
Daylight. Yeah.
It really is a sick game. Basically, it's like a horror survivor game
Oh yeah.
where you
Multiplayer,
get
5 people.
multiplayer, 5 people, 4 people are the survivors, 1 person is the killer.
Oh yeah.
And you're just trying to like find a way out of the environment that you're in, or like the level that you're in by
Without getting brutally
without getting found or
with
like
tasks and stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's fucking pretty awesome, dude.
Oh,
I
yeah,
really
totally.
wish we could have finished a whole game, because I was
Me
like,
too,
yo,
yeah.
I'm getting into this.
Yeah. So
But
we
at
get
the same
really
time,
into
I was
that.
like
Yeah.
playing with a mouse and my WSD, like
Oh yeah.
I was playing with a fucking computer. I didn't have a controller, dude. If I had a controller, y'all would have been fucked. I'm sorry. I was like, I would have owned your asses. I know too many horror movies. I know exactly how to survive.
Oh yeah. So like it's like the games that we don't have to concentrate a shitload. We definitely talk and do shit a lot more. And then like games like that, we're just like so focused that we have to like remember to like say shit, especially like Apex Legends.
That's what I noticed. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
noticing you guys
Like,
were going
oh, we're
very
quiet.
quiet, and then every
Yeah.
now and then you'd be like, "Oh, I got you." It's like, "Oh, come
Yeah,
on, man.
right.
Let's make some fucking content for these people
So
to
we've
watch
actually been
and
talking
enjoy it."
about like role playing too. Like I don't know if you've seen those videos on YouTube lately where they do the VR and they'll like role play the characters. I don't know. So
Oh,
we've
that
been thinking
sounds
about doing
dope.
that a little bit. Yeah.
Yo,
Pretty
speaking of VR, have you tried the Quest 2, the Oculus Quest 2?
cool. Oh no.
Dude, I think that's where I'm going instead of a PS5 or the fucking
Nice.
Xbox
I
Tower.
don't think
Whatever.
I've tried any home VRs yet. The only ones I've done are like the one that they have in the mall. We
Yep.
can like rent the spot for a little bit. Or
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like
See, that's not
Monster
what you
Golf.
want. Yeah,
where
that's not.
They're pretty. It's pretty freaking.
It's
cool.
pretty cool, but
Yeah, yeah.
once you try the
But at home
Oculus
stuff, yeah.
Quest, oh my god, fucking! I was like, oh, this is where technology is going as far
Oh,
as
yeah.
video games,
Oh yeah.
dude. So I played Beat Saber was my first one,
Nice.
and I was on 100
Okay,
milligrams of
fun, fun.
edibles. So it's just like Guitar Hero, but instead of that, you got a lightsaber, and you're just like all to like to techno music and shit. And I was like, dude,
kind of like
this
Rock Band with
is
lightsabers
the
almost.
shit. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Rock Band was lightsabers, basically is
Hell
what
yeah.
it is. And it immerses you into this full world where, like, if you were on mushrooms or LSD, DMT, whatever hallucinogen you wanted to be on, and you put that on, you're basically in that world. It's so immersive that I was like, whoa, dude, you can look around and it's just fucking crazy. But then I played this other game that was kind of like that Police Academy trainer game.
Oh, yeah,
in
totally.
the arcade game where you had the blue and the red gun. It was like that, but you would have to like go in, grab the gun, stop yourself, and then you could like slow down time like the Matrix.
Is that like super hot?
I don't remember what it's
And then like when you kill everyone, it's like super hot, and then it does like a quick replay.
No.
Oh, okay.
This one was like Matrix combined with Police Academy or Police Trainer.
I think I've kind of played that, and like all the environment's white.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
red cut?
Very, very like low rent digital graphics. Everything's kind of
totally.
like white with like
I think
stick
it's called
figures almost.
super hot, but I'm not positive.
You could be right. I don't remember. I was on 100 milligrams of edibles, so
Oh yeah, that game is tight though.
but it was super tight. Yeah, because you would get it, and then you could pick up the gun, and then as like the guys were coming in, they would pull out their shit. If you moved outside of the circle that you were in, you could slow down time and fucking Matrix that shit, and then come back in and be like, shoo, boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah,
boom, 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 dude. It was
the guys all like explode in slow motion and stuff.
Kinda, yeah. I think I might have had the beta version. Pull it back a little bit. It's hard to see. Yeah, it's not showing up. Yeah, technology's a
right.
Technology's a bitch.
Oh yeah, that game's so fun though.
No.
Oh, and like you shoot them and they blow up and their guns all flying in the air and you like grab their gun, right?
Yeah, you can like
Yeah.
reach out and grab the gun and shit. Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's such a cool fucking experience.
Yeah, big time.
Where I was
That'd
like,
be so
okay,
cool in
this
VR. I
this
just played that on
beats-
flat screen.
yeah, it just beats anything that like PS5 or Nintendo or fucking Xbox is gonna put out in the next couple of years.
Hell yeah.
Because it was just so immersive and so like next level. You know, like remember back in the 90s when we first saw VR kind of get introduced and it just wasn't
right, like
you know,
Tron
like,
kind of.
Yeah, it was very like, you know, lines and very like analog
Cute
ones
people.
and zeros. Wasn't very fucking entertaining. This shit is immersive. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but you were like,
do you walk
you're
to
in
it
a
or
different.
you just sit, or do you sit?
Well, there's like the circle that they give you. It's like a 5-foot circle that they're like, okay, if you step out of this, you'll go out of bounds. You can see what else is around you, so you don't run into anything.
Okay.
But as long as you're in that circle, you're in, the VR world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like this, the technology is really getting there. So you don't like run off into a fucking wall, you know?
All right. Or like smash your TV, like all those videos and shit.
I mean, those fucking people smashing their teeth with the Wii. When the Wii came out, I knew that was going to happen. I was like, wait a second, you got to control that. You got to throw at things. Somebody's going to be getting smacked in the head.
Oh yeah.
It's undoubtable. All right. Well, cool. We've talked about some of that shit. Let's talk about Star Wars for a second. Since you're in the fucking
Just kidding. I'm in the Star Killer tunnel.
Yeah, Star Killer Tunnel.
Mandalorian.
So, how much better is The Mandalorian than any of the last 3 movies that they put out?
Last 6 movies.
6, yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
so good.
From the beginning, I was like, oh, this is what I wanted to see, was that there's a whole universe that they've introduced us to.
Hell yeah.
And all we've gotten to know was like the Skywalker trilogy, like Skywalker saga.
Oh yeah.
We don't know anything outside of that. Right. And now we got to see this guy, the Mandalorian, who was a part of like Boba Fett's fucking crew.
Hell yeah.
Which we didn't really know about. And,
oh yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Except for Clone Wars, but.
Well, I mean, yeah, Clone Wars, but you really got to go deep into that kind of.
For sure. There's so many episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
What was it? Jango Fett? It was the guy that they used the clones for, right? Boba Fett's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the one that they used all the clones for.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett was just like the one that he kept kind of.
Well, Boba Fett was special. He was his son. Yeah. He was
Mm-hmm.
trying to keep him out of that all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
So what was weird going into the first season of Mandalorian is that you didn't know where it was in the timeline.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's what I was so confused about, because like they had talked about the Republic being brought down.
Oh yeah.
But there was still like rebels out there. Yeah. And it's just then they introduced Baby Yoda, which was like,
hell yeah.
Wow, that was the smartest thing you guys.
Hell yeah.
Whoever invented that
first season
idea.
Was good, but it was kind of slow compared to the second.
Compared to the second season is fucking fire.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that they introduced Baby Yoda or Grogu, now as we know him, was the smartest tactic that you could have done for a show. Where I was just like, wow, you introduced the cutest character in the universe.
Right. And not only that, he's comes from one of the most mysterious characters in the whole Star Wars universe. Yeah.
Literally, yeah, one of the better characters. He was the Sheldon, basically, from Big Bang. He was that character that everybody was like, oh, I want to know more about him and his background. And we're not going to get to know it until unfortunately later on. But
how soon did you know it was Luke? Like at one point, did you know Luke was showing up?
I didn't. I literally kept myself fucking out of the loop because I heard that there was like this rumor about Luke's showing up on the internet, and I stayed away from all those videos. I was like, fuck that. Let me just figure it out myself.
Oh yeah.
And then so that last fucking scene
I watched it the day it came out.
See, I waited. Yeah, I waited for a little bit. I don't like binging anymore. Or no, I don't like.
I love binging.
I do love binging. But I also don't like waiting for fucking
that's the worst
weeks at a time. So like I'll go 2 weeks so that I can watch like 2 episodes at a time, and then I'll go another 2 weeks just to kind of give it time so I don't run through a fucking series in a day.
Oh yeah.
which is super easy to do nowadays. Like if you got 8 hours, you can run through a whole series, and that's just that's not healthy.
So like maybe it shows how big of a fan I am, but it was with Boba Fett too. Like as soon as you see Slave One, you're like, oh shit, it's Boba. Or that dude.
Once
like,
we saw the Slave One, well, no, it was even before we saw Slave One. We saw his armor.
But then he's in the end of that episode.
The armor at the piece at the end of the episode, and Mandalorian, whatever his name is, fucking he was like, hey, that belongs to my people, I need it back. And fucking
but dude, like when the X-Wing flies in and that girl's like, one single X-Wing, great, we're saved. I was like, oh god, it's fucking Luke. And then he like comes in and he's like got the cloak.
I didn't even think about
the one black glove and the green lightsaber, and I just like lost my shit. I was like, ah!
I mean, I saw the X-Wing come in and I was like, oh shit, who could this be? Like, this is gonna
one
be
single
cool.
X-Wing,
yeah. How cool was Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka?
So good, dude. That was the best. And
I can't wait for
Katie Stackhoff as the Death Squad girl.
God damn, that was good, dude.
So good, dude. Both of those, yeah.
Who was was it Katie, the one that was in Jason X? She was the robot lady. Yeah. She was the Mandalorian. And she's like from Battlestar Galactica, and she's in that show on Netflix. Which one?
It came out a couple years ago, and then I think they're filming the second season now. It's like, I forget what it's called. Almost
Altered
Home
Carbon?
or something like that.
Altered Carbon?
That's a damn good show too, but no, not that one. Here, let me look on Google the cookie. Did you get an Altered Carbon?
Dude, I got into it. Yep.
That's a good show. Did you watch all the seasons? Like even when they switch characters?
I kind of like fell asleep during the last fucking season. I don't know. I was
with the guy who's Falcon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, kind of like drifted in and out. You know, I was watching it and I would fall asleep during episodes and then just not go back and watch them. So I caught the drift of it, but I kind of like lost interest.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was a good series, but yeah,
it was a good series for sure. Mm-hmm. Did you watch
Utopia? Another Life.
Yeah.
And which
it's on my list? I haven't watched it yet. Utopia on Amazon.
I haven't seen that one yet. I think that's on my list too, though.
Fucking watch that shit because it's so like real to what's going on right now. So basically it's about a pandemic that spreads out, starts killing a bunch of like kids at a school.
Okay.
And no one knows what the disease is. And then this company who comes in who's like, hey, we've got a vaccine for you guys. Let's fucking cure all this. And it turns out that fucking the vaccine's got like a different, it's not just a vaccine.
Okay.
So it's basically what's going on right now in in society.
Hell yeah.
And but it's all based on like these 5 characters who read this comic book that like they figure out that it's not just a comic book, it's actually like a play-by-play of what's going to happen throughout the pandemic and what's how to survive it and shit.
Hell yeah.
And it is just the wildest show that I've seen, dude. That and The Boys. Have you watched
Boys?
The Boys?
Is so good, dude.
Dude,
so
The Boys
good.
is fucking one of the best.
I love Carl Urban. He's so good.
Oh
I got to
God.
meet him on the Star Trek cruise.
Did you?
Yeah, because he's Dr. McCoy in the new movies.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, totally. I met a lot of people on that cruise, but he was definitely the coolest.
That I almost banged Leslie Jordan, the little guy from
shut up.
Yeah, on my gay cruise. Yeah,
totally.
I met he was the comic on the cruise. Mm-hmm. And I went up and talked to him and shit, and I like gave him my fucking room number. I was like, yeah, if you want, I was like, if you want to fucking fuck, I'm down.
And he was like, do his voice, do it in his voice.
I can't even do his voice.
I can't do it either.
Hell yes,
I'll be there. I don't know.
He's that Southern Belle gay kind of but I can't even do it.
Me neither.
He's like, oh my, oh my, okay,
my word.
Yeah, no, it's like that. He's like, I'll keep this to myself, okay. And then unfortunately we never end up fucking. But those cruises. Those are fun. You get to meet fucking random people, especially if you're doing like an event kind of cruise.
Yeah, totally. It was like the Star Trek one was like a convention in between port days.
Right.
So yeah,
that's
like the panels and like little events you could do with them and meet and greets, and each one of them had a show at night. Yeah. So I got to see like a Reading Rainbow kind of show with LeVar Burton.
Fucking Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
It's in a book. Let's take a look.
The Reading Rainbow.
God damn it, I missed
So
that
good.
shit, dude. That was good shit.
Now he has a podcast. It's LeVar Burton Reads.
What does he read?
Like mostly
Does he
stories
read fan
that-
fiction? Like if it's LeVar Burton reading fan fiction, I would totally tune into that.
mostly it's been about kind of like futuristic society.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I'm
And
reading a
I
book.
think it's stories that like impact him, not just like kid stories or whatever.
Right.
But it's
Speaking
it's
of
funny. He
which-
still kind of does the voices and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what's this dude's name? David Wong, I believe, is the writer. I know it's a pseudonym, but he's the one who did John Dies at the End. This book is full of spiders. Seriously, don't read it. And then Futuristic Violence and Fancy Suits. It's
Okay.
like this trilogy. Whoo! It is the craziest fucking read that I've ever. It's just such a fun read where you're like, how did this guy come up with this?
Damn.
So like the first one, John Dies at the End, it explains a lot of like what you're getting into
Mhm.
about these two friends. One of them takes this drug called the sauce, and it's like this. It's basically like the fucking symbiote,
Okay.
and it like takes them to alternate dimensions and like can like let them time travel and go through all this shit. And they realize that there's like this evil being called Korok who's trying to like control the fucking universe and make everything bad happen.
Okay.
And dude, it's just so hard to explain, but there's the dog in it. His name is Barkley. He's the shit. Like, dude, he saves the day. Fucking it's such a good book. You need to fucking read it.
Oh yeah.
The sequel was much better because they made a movie out of John Dies at the End. I think it's still on Netflix if you look it up.
Okay.
It's a great one if you're just like looking to get into some weird sci-fi shit and you just like you just want to go in different places. This is a good one.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
John Dies at the End. Everybody look it up, check it out. But the sequel, this book is full of spiders. It's basically like takes place right after the events of John Dies at the End.
Mhm.
And all these invisible spider zombies start coming out and like
What?
attaching themselves to people.
Okay.
And only the people who have been on the sauce can see them.
Ah.
Yeah. So like
Okay.
the main character, John, and Barkley, the dog, fucking are the only ones who can see these things happening. And fucking it's just like this pandemic that spreads, and they're like the only ones that can stop it. And
No one believes him and shit.
no one believes them. They get thrown in jail. They fucking have to like time travel because of the sauce. Dude, it's such a good read. Like I really wish they would make a movie out of it. But yeah, I'm on
This is a random question.
I'm on Futuristic Violence and Fancy Suits right now, which is like taking place way after all the events of all that shit.
Okay.
And it takes place in Greeley, Colorado.
Oh damn.
So I was like, okay, cool, kind of close to home, fucking, nice little thing. But it's like in the future where we have like self-driving cars and things like that.
Nice.
And there's this fucking I don't know if you call him an assassin. We don't even know if he's an assassin or a good guy yet, but he's coming after the main character, and he's got like these metal teeth that fucking chew through
Wow.
everything.
Okay.
Dude, it's just good ass read. Like if you want some outrageous kind of books, those are the ones to look for.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, guys, back to what we were talking about. What are we doing here?
What's happening?
What are we? So, when was your last good hallucinogenic trip?
It's been a long time actually.
Has it?
It's probably last April.
Yeah, that was when I got heavy into my shit. Right when COVID hit, I was like, "Yo, I'm off work. No one can talk to me. I'm eating all the drugs."
Oh yeah.
So I went on some good trips. I got a good little perspective on life, and fucking came back from that and kind of chilled on things for a little bit. And then recently, it's kind of like, I need to know what I'm doing with this podcast thing. It's tough putting yourself out there, especially putting all this like private information just out to the world to see.
Right,
So,
yeah,
like,
big time.
yeah.
Especially when no one follows you or anything.
Oh, I mean, when no one follows you, and then if they ever do start following you, I might be fucking up my whole career career work wise, where I'm like,
You're not gonna be
oh shit, yeah, it's all in the past. Don't worry. But like, yeah, those first two episodes where we did Molly and then I did DMT and
and your co-host.
I'm like, dude, Grant, you saw that one? Fuck, man, that was tough. I love my buddy Grant, but he is just so fucked off right now on heroin and fentanyl that it's just. I wanted to at least put him on just to show his story,
right?
Because he's gonna die soon, unfortunately. Like, it's one of those things where he's waiting for it. He's like, why won't death take me? I just want to go. I'm like, dude, you're not meant for it. I tried to bring you on as a co-host. You're a funny dude, but all you did was fucking nod off the whole time. So,
right? I don't think he said a single sentence, man.
No, he did not. All he did was fucking. He had that one good moment where he was like, it's just like, oh fuck, what are we doing here? And that's when I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll take a fucking hit of DMT so we can have something fun to watch.
Yeah.
Plus, you need a gimmick. You need people to come in and be like,
right?
What's the cool thing about this fucking show? And the cool thing is,
you don't want to 2 girls 1 cup it. Just kidding.
Fuck it.
Hey, if it gets TVs, get TVs.
I mean, 2 Bears 1 Cave, their live cast, they've been doing all the things that I've been fucking trying to do.
I haven't heard 2 Bears 1 Cave yet.
Oh fuck. It's Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's their cast.
Yeah, totally. I've heard of that one. I just didn't know the name.
Fucking I really respect the shit out of Tom Segura.
Hell yeah.
Like, he is one of the guys that I put up at like the top of my list of comedians that I look up to.
Hell yeah, dude.
Just because he's doing it so proper. He's set up his empire by doing the whole Your Mom's House podcast. And then on top of that, he's just a funny ass dude who like gets it. Yeah. And Bert's fucking great. He's the best fucking party story teller around. My problem with him is that he's too much sometimes.
Oh yeah.
You're just like, hey, calm down. Let your host talk.
Yeah, totally.
So,
what are some of your favorite comedian podcasts?
Favorite comedian podcast right now?
Yeah.
Dude, it was YMH, but now Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
Nice. Okay.
Shout out to the dogs, Shat Nation.
Oh yeah.
Matt McCusker, I'm sorry for getting drunk the other night and DMing you. Please don't fucking rip on me this week. I so sorry, dude. So I got drunk the other night and I was like, I texted or I DM'd Matt McCusker and I was like, hey man, I was worried about putting this episode out because it's so similar to Stoner Dads, one of the podcasts that he has. And I was like, hey, can you just like, take a look at it, tell me if it's fucking too close. If it's too close, I'll take it down, whatever. Just to give you a warning, my co-host is fucking nodded off on heroin, and at some point I do take a DMT hit. And like didn't hear back from him for a day, and then he texted me back and he was like, ha 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 ha, no way, dude, send the link. And I was like, oh shit. Fuck you.
Damn.
Yeah, so it might be it might be good because I might get the Shat Nation and the dogs on my back and watching them, getting them watching my shit. But
oh yeah,
it also could be very fucking bad because they could be like, look at this fucking moron.
just ripping your apart.
Yeah. All right. So to keep in touch with most of the other shows, I know there's a little gimmick we got on this show. Can you guess what's about to happen right now?
I'm scared.
I don't know. Take a guess.
He's gonna sniff some pixie dust.
Sniffing something.
Hey-o. We'll see you in a few minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
And I'm back. What's up?
Whoa!
Who can guess what that was?
Whoa. The first one to guess wins that $5 bill. I'm just kidding.
No, first one to guess wins all this fucking grow equipment that I have over here that I'm trying to fucking get rid of so I can start the studio.
Oh, hell yeah. Are you putting it in that corner?
Where the sex swing is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm going to use
nice.
that. Yeah. I'm going to use that little area as the fucking podcast
booth?
area. Well, because it's a perfect square. It's, padded off with sound vibrate, sound padding basically.
Oh yeah.
It'll work perfectly for what I need compared to what it is, what I'm looking at right now is like, just my fucking basement. And,
I mean, it's pretty dope still, but
pretty dope. And I still think I might use it. I'm trying to make a fucking decision here, but until vaccines are fully in and we can get people in here to construct it.
Hell yeah.
I just gotta kind of wait.
Yeah, totally. Big time.
Or
watch a lot of YouTube construction videos.
Dude, YouTube has been the shit lately. I've been learning so much from just trying to figure out how to put together a podcast, lighting, how to do this goddamn GoPro video. Dude, 4 hours it took me yesterday to figure it out. And then I found one dude who was like, have you guys been having trouble with this? Are you getting a green screen? All you got to do is click this.
Just one simple thing.
I was like, cool. And he was like a 60-year-old dude too, who was like, I'm not even in this for podcasting. It's like, I just wanted to use this as a webcam. Here's what's going wrong. Check this out. All you got to do is click this button. Okay.
That's how it goes though.
Did you guess what it was yet?
Some ketamine?
Mm-hmm.
Said that earlier.
Maybe. That's why I'm having a little trouble finding things right now.
It was blue pixie stick.
Yeah, actually it was fucking God, what were those dipsticks? What were those things back in the day?
Pixie sticks.
Was it pixie sticks? The ones that had the like
powder?
No. There was like 3 different flavors. Fun dip. Remember they gave you 2 sticks of like straight up sugar sticks.
Oh yeah.
That you would dip into the other packets of like pure sugar.
Oh yeah.
And then fucking lick it like it was a gun. What am I looking for?
Everything and nothing.
I found it.
That's why.
And it's gone. And it's gone. Dude, so the other night I had a very, very interesting blast off experience, but it was not with DMT or anything else. It was a very like meditational kind of blast off.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something I was not prepared for. I had maybe like 2 or 3 drinks, was just kind of laying in my bed watching the fucking galaxy star projector that I have.
Nice.
And the music that I was listening to was matching up perfectly with what I was like going through internally.
Okay.
And it was one of those DMT trips where it took me to that different place.
Damn.
And was showing me everything that was going wrong in my life and what I needed to fix up.
Yeah, I've had one of those before, for sure.
Without any drugs, though. That was what the craziest thing was. I was like, what's going on here? I was like, I will trade in every single drug that I do for this feeling to last forever. Like, whatever this is, thank you.
Oh yeah.
And like all I did was try to like humble myself to the universe and was like, thank you for this experience.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm gonna try to change it up. And it showed me what I needed to do with the cast. It showed me what I needed to do with my fucking relationships. And it was unexpected too. It was just one of those things where I'm like, what happened? I didn't take anything. How is this going on right now? Fucking
dude, so that kind of happened to me, but I did smoke DMT. So like I was at a
you
buddy's
snorted
house.
It?
No, I smoked it.
Okay.
So, like,
I was like, you snorted
a buddy's
it?
house.
You could do that?
I brought it with me and there were a bunch of newbies and I was like, hey guys, you want to try this? I got it. Like here's the thing though, you just have to inhale, you have to hold it in, I don't want to waste it, whatever. So like dude hits it and like takes like half a hit and blows it out. And I'm like,
and you're like, no,
bro, give me that. So I just take it and hit the rest. And dude, I was like, I forgot where I was and shit. I threw up and shit in the middle of it.
Dude, purging is some of the craziest
shit. It was fucking black puke too.
I purged the other night after that shit. It was like all black. It was all fucking like weird bile that I was like, where is this coming from?
Totally.
It was just like darkness coming out of me. I was like, this is
purging.
This is the poisons. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there's a science to this fucking nature shit.
Oh yeah.
It's here for a reason.
Oh yeah.
Fucking dude. Speaking of which, you want to hear about some crazy plant shit?
Oh yeah.
So I've been trying to write this bit about the gimpy plant. It's a plant down in Australia, which its nickname is the suicide plant. And it looks like any other like large leafed fucking shrub. but it has all these tiny microcilia like needles on it that have neurotoxins in them.
No way.
And if you rub against it just slightly, like it'll get under your skin and fucking spread.
Damn.
And they said the pain is like being burned in a fire and then having acid thrown onto that burn.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's like this crazy thing. And even if it rains, like if it rains and those like water droplets drop onto you from the plant, it'll still fucking seep into your shit.
And you're tripping the whole time too?
No, you don't trip.
Oh,
it's literally like a neurotoxin. Pain. It's just like a pain. Yeah. It's like you're fucking your hand's just like on fire, being burned and electrocuted and acid shocked. Yeah.
Right.
So the story I heard about it was that this British colonel was out there doing military exercises and he had to go take a shit.
Oh.
So he told his boys to go wait for a second. And literally like 5 minutes later, they heard a gunshot and they went and like looked for him and they found him with his pants down, gun to his fucking temple. Damn. And then a gimpy leave like off to the side. Damn. So apparently he had taken he wiped his ass with the gimpy leave. And within 3 to 4 minutes, he was like, "Oh, this pain is beyond anything I've ever experienced. I'm out of this world. Goodbye."
Right?
Fucking like, dude, how painful could that be for you to be like within 3 minutes to be like, "Oh, I want no more of this. I'm out of here. Goodbye, world."
Oh my god. So, have you heard of the Sonoran desert toad?
Yeah, the bufo. Yeah.
You never done that, right? Have you done that?
I'm trying to get my hands on it, but
Let me know, because I've been trying to
well, apparently bufotine. So I just watched Hamilton Morris's most recent one where he's talking about bufotine, which is technically like the 5-MeO that the toad secretes.
Okay.
But it's synthesized. It's the most original, like it's the like original bufotine, and it comes out of a pod on a seed in a tree in I wish I remember where it was.
Okay.
But it's in a forest. It's very abundant. It comes out of a pod and a seed, and all you have to do is just extract it and put it into a tea. But apparently it's like 100 times stronger than the bufotine frog. Damn. And based on just what I've heard and research from the 5-MeO that you get from the toads, this one is like the holiest of holies. Damn. Like,
does this still put you in the void?
It puts you beyond the void, and it lets you like be inside of the the blue ball of light's fucking mind.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Damn. You know what I'm talking about when you get to like the blue ball of fucking love and light, where people would call it God or the universe, whatever it is that you meet. You were like, whoa, you're interacting with me. What's up? Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So you remember that the episode where Hamilton Morris actually does fucking the Sonora toad?
Yeah. I think did you do the burn? I don't think he did the burn. He smoked it, didn't he?
He smoked it. He did the burn in a different
They
one.
wanted him to do the burn, but he didn't want to. Which
the burn is fucking retarded, dog. I talked to one of my friends who did the burn, and he was like, "Yeah, we just fucking sat out there and we got real sick and pooped in the woods together." And I was like, "Damn, that sounds super spiritual, bro." Like,
it probably wasn't strong enough, huh?
No, because he was talking about it and he was like, "Yeah, it was really spiritual." They had this whole setup and we went through this ritual, and then they burned us, and then I got really sick and I ended up pooping in the woods and throwing up everywhere. And I was like, "So where's the fun part?"
Right?
It's like, when did you start tripping? Like, what did you have a fun time? And he's like, "Nah, man, we just kind of like purged and fucking got to know each other." I'm like, "Cool, bro. So let's go to the woods and you can fucking get burned and we can poop and puke and puke in front of each other. It'll be spiritual, dog. Don't worry."
Oh man.
But so what I was gonna say about Hamilton, when he did his fucking 5-MeO, he had the love trip. And I'm glad that they got it on camera, because he was the one going in super, skeptical about it, being like, "I don't know what's going to happen." And then when he goes through it, all he's talking about is like, "Oh, love. Love is the answer. You can quantitate love. It is a factor in life, and it's something that you can put into energy that, you know, he went through all that shit. And I was like, yes, he's having the love trip.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that on camera, because no one
yes.
ever believes me when I'm like, dude, have you ever had the love trip where you actually experience fucking the universal love and like the energy that it puts out and fucking yeah, that it's hard to explain because like so if you ever you know, having a bad trip, I don't believe there's anything called a bad trip.
I've been there once.
Well, I mean, I've had plenty of bad trips, dude.
I was triggered though.
Well, it's all in your mind too. It's like how you're putting it together and how you're perceiving the reality that you're putting together.
Oh yeah, totally.
Back to that whole energy hologram
and I was,
thing.
Also tripping with a buddy too, so we knew like to pull each other out of it if we started to go bad. We had like code words and shit.
Yep.
And like I was supposed to say it, but he started saying the code word before I could even get to it because he could see it coming.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that mental telepathy that comes with it too.
Yeah.
You guys can look at each other and be like, yeah, this is going down.
Oh yeah.
Fucking last time I had that kind of experience, I was at Red Rocks and I was with my buddy Max, and we had both taken the stargazers, you know, the ones that I grew that are fucking really, really visual.
Oh yeah.
We took an Uber and we drank the tea in the Uber on the way up there. By the time I get there, my visuals had already started kicking in.
Damn.
The first band opens up and it's called Papadosio.
Oh, I love Papadosio, dude.
Dude,
so good.
Such a psychedelic fucking.
Oh, big time.
If you're not ready for that,
oh yeah,
that'll fucking spin you into a new world. Because I'm sitting there listening to Papadosio. I'm laying on the fucking just the ground. You know how they have like the bleachers. I'm just like laying on the bleachers, fucking in a whole different dimension, being like, whoa, dude, this is a whole stadium set up specifically to listen to music for this type of fucking reality, that, you know, like going through all this shit. And I look over at my boy and he's sitting straight up proper, just kind of like not even influenced by anything. He looks over at me laying on the ground and he's like, so are these supposed to be visual? And I looked at him and all I saw was fucking Agent Smith. You know, when fucking Neo sees him like in the fucking real world, and he's all in flames and shit. That's what I saw of my boy. And I was like, yo, you're Agent Smith right now. And he's like, I got your back, bro. Dude, don't even worry. I was like, yes, these are supposed to be visual, but I don't know why you're not seeing anything. And then eventually I came to the realization, was like, oh, I needed him to be fucking on point so I didn't lose my goddamn cool. Because I was like 10 minutes away from calling an Uber and just going back home.
Right.
I was like, I could just fucking call an Uber and tap out right now. Because Papadosio was killing me. But then, you know, I looked over at my buddy and I'm like, hey, can you walk me to the fucking, the bathroom and then to the fucking drink stand? Because I need some water and I need to pee. And I don't know if I can get back to our spots because I'm so spun right now. And he's like, I got you, buddy. Fucking led me through the whole thing. And then once we got back, Humphreys McGee came on and then he started feeling it. And it was like, oh, there we go. That's all we needed. Like the universe just knew that I needed someone confident and stable enough to get me through that 10-20 minutes of fucking pure holy fuckness. Like I'm That's what I love about mushrooms, man. They're magic.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which,
I'm never the magic you expect either.
Well, speaking of which, you want to talk about the fact that you were kind of my shaman into the whole growing world?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, you cool with that?
Yeah, for sure. I guess I'm a Jesus figure to some lady out there.
I mean, you got the beard. Well, so yeah, I mean, to get really into it, you were the one who was like, I mean, I was looking for mushrooms back in the day, and you were like, yo, I got them. I was like, really? Cool. How much? And fucking, you know, ended up grabbing some from you. And they were really good. Like I remember taking a cap and a stem and being like blown away.
Hell yeah.
And so I was like, hey, the golden teachers. I was like, where did you get these from? What's up? And you're like, I grew them. Allegedly. Sprinkle some allegedly on there.
Well, they grew themselves, but I helped.
They grew themselves, but you were just around to pick them. Let's put it like that. But yeah, after that, I was like, hey, how do you do this? and you kind of like guided me along the way and showed me the books to pick up and read. And you were even there for the first time that I put everything together and didn't
inoculation in tubs and everything.
Yep. And from there I fucking figured my shit out.
yeah, totally. You honed it in pretty like faster than I did, that's for sure.
Well, when I do something, I like to do it properly. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh, if we're gonna do this, let's not do it half-assed. Let's put it full into it.
That's true. And you have a little more room than me too. So I try to be as sterile as possible, but it's hard with a dog and shit. Oh, yeah, they almost lost him. Go. Just kidding.
Just for the show.
Oh, dude.
We'll see how
I love also not growing them in manure too.
Well, so yeah, you were all about the cocoa soil.
Mm-hmm. But did you switch back or no?
I switched back.
Yeah.
All of them.
That's probably better. Why? You can swallow. I know you can. Just kidding.
I'm not a big fan of swallowing, but
it's hard.
It's not hard. It's just fucking gross. Ooh.
We'll take a shot to that.
We'll do a shot together. What are you sipping on? Some St. Bernadette's?
St. Brendan's.
St. Brendan's? You getting Irish on me?
Creamy.
Oh, in like an hour, I'm going to be like, why am I feeling so funny? It's like, oh, yeah. Those were the Maria Sabinas, too.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
You know about Maria Sabina, right?
Well, my sister's name in real life is Sabina Marie.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder why the universe led us to meet each other.
Right?
Right.
she's probably nothing like that lady, but
but for those who don't know, sorry guys, Maria Sabina was basically the godmother of psilocybin mushrooms. Mm-hmm. She was the one who introduced them to the researcher who came down to Oaxaca, Mexico. She introduced him to a ceremony where he had his first experiment and experience and was like, whoa, this is life-changing. I need to bring this back to the Western world and like show everybody else about what these can do.
Right.
So she's basically like the godmother of psilocybin. She was the one who fucking showed people like, hey, this isn't a drug. This is a sacred medicine. Use it appropriately. And now, dude, now my boy fucking Brian Brackett, he's moving there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, dude, we need to do a podcast with you in front of the fucking statue of Maria Sabina, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool trip, but at the same time, if you met the wrong person, it'd be a scary trip.
Well, so Brian's been down. So Brian and I, we lived together back in the Longmont days when we were growing fucking like 200 plants in the fucking house.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And at the end of our lease, he told me one day, he was like, hey, I think I'm going to go down to Peru.
Damn, no way.
And I was like, what?
Thing or no?
No. He was just like, I think I'm going to go down to Peru. Cause like we were trying to figure out what we were going to do with our lives. Cause our fucking lease was ending. We both were out of jobs at the time. He was like, hey, I think I'm going to go down to Peru and teach kids how to speak English.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, motherfucker, you don't even know how to speak Spanish. Like, how are you going to do this?
Oh man.
And so, a couple years later, he's found himself a job where he's, just doing the internet thing, teaching kids how to speak English, and he's made his way up. Right. Come 2016, 17, he's living in Vietnam.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. He found a fucking fiance. They moved around. They were just going around different countries, fucking teaching people how to speak English.
Cool, nice.
And me and Bob went out to Vietnam because he was working out there for his company and just had a bunch of like extra travel miles.
Oh yeah.
So I went out, tagged Brian out in Vietnam, and was fucking blown away by how many different languages he could speak by then. Just being out of the country, dude. He spoke like 5 different languages perfectly. Where I was like, holy
crazy.
Fuck, this is crazy. And so, yeah, we ended up talking today, and he's like, "Yo, dude, I'm moving to Oaxaca. Like, what's up? You want to fucking do? You want to do a podcast?"
So cool.
And I was like, "Fuck yes, dog."
Oh yeah.
Ah,
damn, that'd be nuts.
That's 6:20. 6:20 is when I ate that. I'm gonna be.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, you know what one cap and one stem can do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Plus the other thing that I did. I'm gonna be feeling quite interesting in a second. But that's the theme of the show. I don't want people to think that I'm like a drug addict or anything like that. I'm a drug enthusiast.
Yeah.
It's like I enjoy seeing what our minds can do. That's what this podcast is all about. What are we doing here? The fact that there's so many restrictions on what you can and can't put in your body.
Oh yeah.
Like, can you imagine what the world would be like if we outlawed alcohol and cigarettes, but made it totally socially acceptable to do LSD, mushrooms, DMT, ketamine.
Oh yeah.
Ibogaine.
Like what if, like, as a rite of passage, instead of getting wasted when you turn 21, you have your first hallucinogenic trip or some shit?
I'd say you do that at 14.
I mean, I don't mean necessarily 21, but just saying.
No. I totally agree with you there, because I want to change the fucking those levels up too. I think you should have your first fucking hallucinogenic experience at the age of 13, 14, right when you're going through puberty.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have that like eye-opening experience of the world.
Hell yeah.
And kind of go through that. Then at 16, I think you should be allowed to fucking start drinking.
Hell yeah.
Just so you can understand like what alcohol does to you and fucking, how bad it is compared to all the other shit. Then at 18, I think you should be allowed to fucking, I guess start driving then, because you'd have 2 years of fucking being, understanding being drunk that time. Yeah. So it's like you understand what it is to be drunk, and then you get your license. So you're like, oh no, I can't drive because I'm, this, I've been here. Exactly. Yeah. And then at 21, I think you should get the right to vote, the right to buy a gun, the right, right to do whatever the fuck you want, but only after you've passed those tests. Like, yeah, it's kind of a rite of passage kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, those are just my thoughts. I also think that from the age of fucking 18 to 24, we should send everybody down to fucking Florida and just have a Lord of the Flies situation.
Hell yeah, dude.
So like when you graduate high school and you're like in those in-between phases where you're like not ready to quite start learning about what you want to learn in life.
Hell yeah.
But you're still a fucked up individual and you want to just go like sow some wild oats.
Yeah, totally.
Boom. Push them all down to Florida. Fucking track them all. And it's gonna be like that movie Gamer, where like you can like track everybody and like place bets on like who's gonna do what, shit like that. And so from 18 to 24, if you can figure out a vocational skill and how to like adjust yourself to society and be a productive member, you can come out of Florida, and then the government will pay for your higher education for whatever you want to do from there, instead of going into it with a student debt and loan that you can never pay off and being fucking screwed over for this piece of paper that guarantees minimal job hunting,
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know, you guys, I am a little bit high, so if these ideas sound a little bit crazy, that is why. Oh dude, can you do some of the cool fucking get closer to the mic? I can kind of hear him, but so yeah, this motherfucker would do those while we were tripping, and I'd be like, "What is this sound that I'm hearing?" I'd be like, "Hello, God, let's do it," and you just be over there laughing with your fucking beard, just like stroking your beard, like. I don't even know how you do it.
It's pretty weird, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a wizard.
Dude, you really are a wizard at some points.
Right?
God, what kind of wizard would I qualify you as?
Alchemist.
A little bit of an alchemist, but I mean, yeah, you did change fucking cocoa soil into hallucinogenics. That's yeah. I'd say you're a different kind of wizard though. You're a fun wizard. Yeah. You're like, dude. So, do you remember what you did when you quit High Street Growers?
Oh yeah, totally.
That was my favorite. That's like
that was pretty awesome.
Inscribed you in my book of like, this is a dope person. Because they were trying to write you up about something stupid.
Like
where you were like,
take the deposit to the bar for the owner like the same night, so she could like spend all the cash.
Dude, yeah, Michelle was a piece of shit. Fuck you, Michelle. We know what kind of dirty tax shit you're doing. My dad was your CPA. You ever talk shit, we will come after you quickly, bitch. But yeah, they tried to write you up on some shit, and you God, what was it? It was like, what did you do wrong?
It was a Christmas tree.
Yeah, you're like, you drew a picture of a Christmas tree, and you're like, this is a Christmas tree. And they're like, what else? You're like, I quit.
It's also
I was like, this fool is such a badass, dude. That's such an awesome way to go out.
Oh yeah, dude.
Fucking
that's one thing I'm really good at.
You are pretty good at quitting, dude. So the next job that I got you over at what's it called? Seattle Seafish.
Oh yeah.
Fucking yeah, you were good. You were good for a couple of days, and then you had a bag of weed on you or something like that was just smelling and reeking, and everybody was like, they were hating on you because I had gotten you the job, and they knew that I was such a fucking, I was I was like supplying everybody with everything.
I didn't really catch on at first. Like I probably just needed a good shower, but like I showed up and like dude was like, oh, I'm gonna ride along with you today. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. And so we did everything. Like he was all like, cool. He's like, I couldn't tell. Like you didn't seem like you were high or anything. But
the fucked up thing is everybody there smoked weed and everybody there was fucking buying. So it's like I don't know why they were fucking tripping on you.
Yeah, totally.
But probably probably because you were driving.
Oh yeah. Which is super easy, but
so my boy Rob called me up and he's like, hey man, your boy smells like weed. We're gonna have to give him a fucking drug test. And I was like, all right, word. And I hit you up and I was like, yo, they're about to drug test you. And you were like, good call. Next thing I heard, I got a phone call from my buddy. He's like, yeah, your boy just took off. He just he just left on his scooter.
He like sat me down and like talked to me and blah 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 blah. And so then like they're like, so we're gonna take you to get the drug test or whatever, and they get me with the HR guy. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go grab my switch my boots and grab my bag first. And as we're walking out, like he goes that way and I just go that way.
Yeah, I knew you would. Yeah, just grab your scooter and you're like, sorry guys, I'm out.
Peace. Hell yeah.
Like, fuck that shit.
That was pretty satisfying.
I laughed so hard when I heard that. I was like, that's my boy right there.
Whoop, whoop.
But then from then on, I got fucked because anybody else I suggested, they were like, is it going to be like Randy? And I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Sarah. Sarah, you're awesome. Thank you. Just jokes. These are all allegedly. You guys, this might never have happened. This could all just be for fucking fun entertainment.
My name's not even Randy. Just kidding.
Oh, dude, it's Randall the Savage.
Sitting at my station on the Star Killer base.
So who do you think's the bad guy in the next season though? Yeah. Because they introduced Ahsoka's villain, the blue guy from Clone Wars. You think he's gonna be in there?
I think he'll be in Ahsoka's.
I heard Ewan McGregor is supposed to play that character.
He's Obi-Wan. Or he's gonna do both?
I don't know. I just heard Ewan McGregor was gonna come back to reprise a role.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
I think he's just Obi-Wan though. I'm not sure though.
Obi-Wan, son.
Mandalorian though, I bet there'll be some stuff with the Hutts maybe.
Well, now that Boba Fett took over the fucking Hutt, yeah. So what is that gonna fucking entail?
Right. Well, and there's a bunch of other Hutts too that they haven't introduced in the movies, but
is there? I didn't even know that. I thought there was just Jabba.
Yeah, it's a whole family.
So like a mob family.
Yeah, totally.
That could be cool.
I think that's kind of how they made him, like the fat Italian kind of guys.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm starting to feel that shit already.
Woo!
Woo, baby. This is what we do. What are we doing here? Episode 3 coming through with the OG.
You getting crazy. Pretty
Yo,
soon
so
you're
how
gonna
did
look
you
over-
feel about Luke coming back though? Like,
Oh, it was dope.
Yeah.
I wish they would have got Sebastian Stan. That would have been sick. He looks so
you
much
had
like him.
mentioned that, and he
Uh-huh.
looks a lot like him. But dude, I feel like that would have like kind
It
of
was cool having Luke's original
discredited.
voice and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I just feel like that would have discredited Mark Hamill from the legacy that he had built.
Like the solo
Fucking-
movie, kind of.
I mean, it's just, dude, he was Luke Skywalker. If you try to put someone else in there as Luke,
Oh yeah.
it's fucked up. I don't
Yeah,
care
no.
if they use CGI and make it look a little bit weird. Like we're used to fucking video games nowadays. I didn't even
Right.
notice it that much.
And they did that with Han Solo and Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
That one totally flopped. It was horrible.
the Solo movie
Yeah.
with what's his name? Fucking who played Childish Gambino?
Oh yeah, as Lando.
Yeah, I actually thought that movie was pretty decent.
Is he going to be Lando in the new Lando, or are they going?
I hope so,
old
dude.
Lando?
Childish Gambino can play whatever.
That'd be
Dog, shout out
sick.
Childish, dude. Shout out Donald Glover.
Oh yeah.
Fucking that fool's talented.
Oh yeah. Big time.
God, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah, the
trying
movie
to-
wasn't great, but I thought it was a decent, like, step in the right direction of like, here's what else is going on in this universe that we've set up.
Oh yeah.
And it gave us a little bit of like a prequel of how Chewie and fucking Han got met up.
Mhm.
It was decent.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest, but it was decent.
They showed
What
how
do
they found Chewbacca in the Clone Wars too, though.
Yeah, that's true. There's a little bit of continuity issues, but
Yeah, totally.
fucking.
That's all good.
What do you think about Road Squadron coming
That
out?
was good.
The new one
excited.
that's-
Wedge Antilles and shit.
With the lady who just did Wonder Woman 1984. She's directing it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Patty something.
Yeah, Patty, whatever her fucking name is.
Nice.
I want to give her credit for doing a nice like comic book adaptation of Wonder Woman, but 1984 fucking sucked. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of either of them.
The first one was sick. Wonder Woman first one, I liked it up until
I think it's too much love story for me.
it was a lot of love story. There was a lot of heavy like emotional turmoil that she had to deal with.
Yeah, that's true.
But that moment when she stepped into no man's land and fucking went in there and whooped ass and like took out that whole town, that was a badass scene. And that's what really sold it for me. Everything else after that with the whole CGI and her going after fucking what was his face? I forget his name already. Our Ares.
Oh,
God of
yeah.
War.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is a very predictable thing where I was like, oh, I know that guy is too big of an actor to not just be somebody who's just in the background. Like I know he's
Right.
coming back. But it was all CGI and it was all fucking, it's just, I wish we could go back to like practical effects.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like aliens and fucking the Thing, the original
yeah.
Thing with John Carpenter.
Hell yeah, dude. That movie's fucking sick. Do you know what the main character's name is?
Which main character?
In the original Thing?
Russell Crowe's character? Or Russell whatever his name
what's
is?
His name? Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell, yeah.
His name's Rand McCready.
Yeah, McCready's the Breedies. What's up? Damn it, give me fucking daps. There we go. That's why I fucking love you, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I'm trying to think about like some other cool fucking movies that are coming out. You heard of anything?
Movie wise, not really too much.
God damn it.
Yeah.
What a great co-host we got here.
Why?
What a great co-host. I'm sitting here fucking starting to trip and I'm like, what are we talking
What's
about?
happening?
Not even what's happening. I'm just like, how do we make this interesting? How do we get back to the topic of fucking
Right.
what this podcast is all about?
You know what? There wasn't like I don't think there was a single like movie in 2020 that I was like, I gotta see this,
No, it's because it's all
be
gone to
honest.
fucking television.
Right?
It's all gone to streaming fucking things.
Oh yeah.
Well, and that's great transition because that's why I
guess,
started this podcast, because I saw where everything is going.
Oh yeah.
TV is done.
Oh yeah, big time.
TV is done. It's all going to streaming platforms. And then everybody else in the world is going to just start doing podcasts.
Right.
And it's like, you really got to set yourself apart if you want to be a good fucking podcast.
Big time.
So that's why I called this one, What Are We Doing Here? So we could set it up, man. Like,
okay, so did you see Enola Holmes?
No, I didn't.
That one wasn't too bad. That was with the girl who plays Seven in Stranger Things.
Okay.
As like Sherlock Holmes' little sister.
Oh, I did see an episode of it and I was not interested.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
And then what about Old Guard with Charlize Theron?
It's on my list.
That was pretty good. I liked it.
Is it?
Yeah, a good fighting movie.
Cool.
And then there's a couple I haven't seen that I wanted to see. The New Mutants. Is that even out yet?
I haven't seen it yet. I've been waiting.
And Bloodshot too with Vin Diesel. I want to see that.
Bloodshot sucked. I'm going to tell you right now. Dude,
okay.
fucking terrible.
Shazam kind of sucked too. Did you see that?
Shazam was, I mean,
it was okay.
It was aimed towards a younger audience. It was trying to pick up like the younger kids who could be like, I could be a superhero too.
Right.
But no, I thought it was pretty decent. It was okay. Yeah. The next one with The Rock is going to be good. Black Adam.
Black Adam? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is kind of weird how they called him Black Adam at this time. Yeah. You know.
But, you know, I really like The Boys. Going back to The Boys.
Let's go back to The Boys. So that was the first time. So like I went into it knowing nothing about it, just knowing that it was like a superhero kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And then that first scene when like a train just smashes through the dude's girlfriend and he stops and he's like, my bad, bro. And keeps running. I was like, this show is going to be great. And then they go into that whole rape scene where I was like, whoa, we are going in some different directions here. Like, this is exactly what I wanted to see with a superhero movie. Because, what if you had all these super powered people? Of course, they would be like controlled by some kind of conglomerate, which was, the Seven.
Too, they can do anything,
Yeah. And
be like, let's help people.
Well, it's not even like let's help people. It's let's make money off of these fucking franchises that we have.
Oh yeah.
That was the fucking biggest thing that I was like, oh, VOT is basically Viacom right now. Mm-hmm. And Viacom's the ones buying up fucking Comedy Central, MTV, everything. Fucking yeah. So that's how I looked at them. I'm like, you guys are just trying to make money off these people who are trying to help the world, and you're making money off of them. This is kind of what's going on with everything in society right now. Like the vaccine, fucking all the energy saving devices that we're trying to create.
Right.
They're all getting bought up by these companies that are like, oh, okay, we're multi-million-dollar conglomerates and you can't fight us because we have all these fucking rules set up.
Oh yeah.
And we're just going to control everything. God damn it, those mushrooms are kicking in.
Favorite trippy movie, go.
Trippy movies. God, I did just see one that fucking was a crazy one with Scarlett Johansson. It's called Under the Skin.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever see it?
Yeah.
Dude, that one's a crazy one where she's an alien trying to figure out like what humanity is all about, and she's like basically seduces men into this fucking weird realm and like takes them into this black liquid. And it's a good movie if you like to see Scarlett Johansson naked. It's not my thing, but it's fucking that shit. Yeah. I mean, even as a gay man, I was like, I was like, damn, titties, dude. Those are good ass titties right
there. Dude, Doctor Strange was so trippy.
I've never gotten into Doctor Strange. Oh no! You're talking Doctor Strange. I thought you were talking about the fucking other one, Doctor Who. Sorry. No, Doctor Strange with the fucking dude. So there was
all the kaleidoscope shit.
Yeah. So there was a moment in Doctor Strange, the first one, where he got pushed through into all the different fucking dimensions. And he goes into that triangular one that there was like one that was like triangular. I've literally had a dream about that. Where like I can't even explain the dream, but I blew out a smoke ring and it turned into that triangular dimension
Damn.
that they showed. And I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, that's the thing from my dream. Like, what the fuck?
Right?
And it blew my
Yeah,
goddamn
totally.
mind. So
Like if you've never wanted to hallucinate or anything like that and you have no interest in it, or you want to know what it's like, watch Doctor Strange.
kind of
On mute.
on mute.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
there you go. Dude, watching movies on mute is a fucking crazy thing. It's
Right?
yeah. Watch it on mute and then play different shit in the background. That'll blow your
Oh
mind.
yeah. Just fast forward to all the magic parts.
What was I gonna say?
Have you seen those gloves that they made?
Uh-huh. With the ring.
You like hold on to it and it spins like the wire.
Yep. Yeah. No, I
The
saw
LEDs
that
on
and
it?
I was
Yeah,
like,
So cool.
somebody might have to get some trip toys. Like, you see my surroundings. I've got trip toys. Fucking let me see if I can you see this one right over here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's made of all copper and fucking
Damn.
spins. Yeah. So
Spins inside of itself and stuff.
yeah, spins inside of itself, goes into fucking spirals, whatever. I hung it up because I heard that you can fucking interact with entities when you're on certain vibrational levels.
Okay.
And it's very true. So every time I blast off fucking and I think about something with a true loving intention, that thing will start to move and start to spin on its own. And I'm like, this is fucking nutty, dog.
That's
Like,
awesome.
is someone upstairs walking around making it happen? What is happening? Like, so
it's your cat. Just kidding.
could be
Cats in
the
the corner.
cats, it could be
Just
the
kidding.
fucking universe, it could be who knows. What are we doing here? No one really knows, man.
Frequencies, radio waves.
Was that not the first thing that you learned when you started taking hallucinogens? Those
Oh yeah.
vibrations, frequencies, energies.
Dude, so like the first time I took DMT, like I wanted to like just yell the whole time in different frequencies so I could hear the vibration through my body. Like I had to like force myself not to be like, oh, or you know whatever.
I should have done it. You
It's
should have
so
seen it. Yes.
It was cool though.
I remember my first blast off. I was going into it not knowing, I was very experienced with like mushrooms and LSD, and I had waited for DMT to come along at the certain time when it needed to, and it came into my life, and I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. And I had a very, very interesting experience because I had known to put on music for some reason. Music is key when you're hallucinating. There's something that the universe really loves about the harmonic waves of vibrations and patterns going in a good frequency,
and the rhythm,
your rhythm and positivity. So it put me in a good mood, and then I got into there and it showed me everything. It was like how mushrooms could be a substitute teacher. DMT is like the 10-year college professor who was totally. Good, thanks for trying to teach them, but I'll take it from here.
Definitely.
Let's go. Let's go. And it showed me everything that I needed to know. And then when I came back from it, I was a different person, and I was changed. Like I literally had like this loving intent for the universe, for the fact that like we're all here, we're all just trying to fucking figure out what we're doing here. No one chose to be here.
Right.
It's like no one fucking raised their hand and said, hey, I want to go to Earth, I want to be born.
There's
it's like no, yeah, it's like
up in heaven.
Heaven, whatever it is that you want to call it, that space that we go, that we were from before we were born, and the place that we go to after, it's all the fucking same.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's what we do in this fucking time that we're here. And I think this is just my opinions, is that we're here to kind of just download and see what we can do. It's just, hold on, let me rephrase this. We're downloading information for the next generation.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. Yeah.
So like everything that we do, all the positivity, all the negativity, all the fucking anger and love and everything that we go through is being collected as data going back to what we were before we were born. So that it can be generated and fucking downloaded into the next ones that get put into this, so that they know a little bit more on how to fucking treat each other and how to be nice.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think this is a testing ground. Basically,
Definitely.
you know, after the CIA released that dossier about how we're just energy holograms.
Right. We're just learning all our algorithms.
Well, I think this is just our playing ground. This is like our video game, and we're here in a perfect world.
Right.
How do you get through it with all these little fucking, like speed bumps and fucking things that gets in the, things that get in the way?
Oh yeah.
Can you tell I'm fucked up? Am I getting a little, am I getting a little loosey goosey on everything?
No, you almost lost your train there for a second, but you got back on it.
No, I'm back on it. Dude, we're back on it like a train. We ain't insane. We're back on it like a train. Coming back to refrain. What else do you want to talk about? Yeah, it's a good time. Cheers, buddy.
Salud. Fairies.
Speaking of which,
the people, what is it? Why can't I think of it now? The clockwork people.
Shadow people or clockwork people?
Well, either one.
Shadow people are different because I've actually experienced the shadow people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, whoa, those things are real? Fucking no way, dude. I always thought that was like a meth-induced fucking psychosis kind of thing.
You've experienced the other one too, right?
Which one? The clockwork?
Yeah, clockwork.
The ones that jump in and out of time and fucking kind of
like out of the corner of your eye and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Know all about those fools. I always say what up. I try not to interact with them because I know that they can't interact with us because it'll fuck up the timeline.
Oh yeah.
So it's like when you see them,
it's fun to watch them. Right?
Yeah, it's always good to just nod your head and just say like, "What's up, dude? Saw you."
One time, one of them showed me a door that was pretty fun to go through.
Yeah. Again, when was the first day? What was the first age that you experienced any kind of hallucinogens on?
Does that include physical injuries?
No, like when was the first time you ever ate like LSD or mushrooms? What age?
Well, like the first time I actually tripped was when I had a concussion.
Oh,
I tripped
shit.
for 8 hours hard.
At
But the first time artificial, like that's probably around 14, 15.
Nice.
Like freshman.
Yeah.
High school freshman.
Yeah, I got about 6 concussions when I was 12 years old from skateboarding.
Yeah.
All in 1 year, all in an 8-month period. And yeah,
I had some pretty bad ones, but the one that got me was I was sleeping in my bunk bed and fell out of the top bunk. And like as soon as I hit, I was tripping so hard. Like I couldn't talk, but I was talking while I was tripping. It was so weird. Like I remember like trying to like as I was tripping, like I had kind of like a subconscious layer underneath where I was like kind of in the real world, like yelling for help for my mom.
Kind of like where I am right now.
Yeah.
it's like I kind of just got hit with that. Like as you were talking to it, I was like, I know what you're talking about.
I've never tripped like that before though. That was insane. And not in a fun way.
Oh man. Yeah. If you have the bad ones. Have you ever tripped salvia?
Fuck no.
Dude, salvia is DMT's unfun cousin, dude.
Right?
Like, so I don't know how they got away with selling that shit legally for a while, but first time I experienced it was right after I graduated from high school. I went on a cruise with my parents and the girlfriend that I was dating at the time. I convinced my parents to like bring her along just to have some fun.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty cool. It's fucking having a girlfriend on a fucking
dude.
Senior trip. Yeah, that was cool as shit. But we ended up in Miami and we were looking for Coke and fucking whatever we were looking for. Ended up in a pipe store and they were like, yeah, we got this salvia stuff. You want to try it? And we were like, sure, whatever. Get it, took it back to the hotel. And I remember hitting it and fucking bugging out, dude. Like just not knowing what was about to happen. Because like this was before DMT had entered my life. Like I had like, done hallucinogens. Even if you know
that you're not poisoned, like you always your body's telling you you're poisoned, right?
Oh yeah, no, your body will tell you for sure. And what's crazy about it, and I didn't learn this till later on, is that salvia is a water spirit. So that when you burn it, it'll take you to the most intense negative places that it doesn't want to go. So like if you would have put it in a tea and drank it, you would have had a wonderful experience, like a DMT experience. But because you burned it and you like
damn. Does that mean like DMT's fire god?
Not quite sure. No, I mean DMT.
I've tried ingesting it other ways. And
it doesn't work other ways. Yeah. I mean, the only other way you can do it is ayahuasca, which you have to have the other
that's different, yeah.
Yeah. You have to have the other
ingredients
to take the MAOIs and the inhibitors out of there so that you can actually ingest it through the fucking stomach, which makes it last longer, which it's pretty cool. But
right, that's like mixing it with a water spirit or some shit. Just kidding.
Yeah, something about this trip was so wrong, because it was like me, my girlfriend, and my brother. We were all in our own little hotel room. We smoked it, and then my dad fucking knocked on the door because he's like, "Yo, you guys want to come swimming?" And we're all fucking in our own worlds, like, "Oh, give us a second."
Shows up out of nowhere. You're like, you hear the knock, you're just like, "What? Really?" What?
Yeah, reality comes knocking back on your fucking door, and you're like, "Oh, give us a second."
Should I have to control my bodily functions right now?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah. But luckily, it only lasts for a couple of minutes, and then you come back, and you were like, "Let's not do that again."
Right.
I have another good story from that Miami time though. I was out looking for like a 20 bag of weed or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. I was just trying to get high. I was fucking looking for weed.
Oh yeah.
So I found this one dude, and he was like, "Yeah, I can get you a dub. Don't worry." Fucking gave him $40 because I wanted 2 dubs. Dude leaves for like 20-30 minutes. I thought he had jacked me. Comes back and he's like, "Yeah, I got your shit. Here we go." He came back with 2 bags of coke instead of
shit.
Yeah. And he's like, "Yo, where can we go do this at?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. Give me my shit. I'm trying to bounce, dude."
Right.
I was like, "Can you give me some weed, dog? Like that's really what I came through here for." He's like, "Oh, you wanted weed? All right, word."
Oh my God.
Takes another $20 of mine, goes back up into the same fucking place that he was at, comes back down. And he's like, "All right, I got you what you need." We ended up walking back to our hotel, and I don't know where everybody else was at, but like I ended up being in the hotel room with this dude who I didn't know, who was like breaking out his fucking stash, gave me his shit, rocked up a bunch of fucking cocaine in front of me, like literally, like rocked it up.
Oh yeah.
And then started smoking it in front of me, and I was like, "Whoa, dude, okay, we're on a different level here." And so as he's blasting off on his fucking rocks, my girlfriend and brother came back into the room, and this dude jumped over into the corner, like literally like hides in the corner, like facing the wall, like thinking that no one can see him.
Oh my God.
Yes. So my brother and girlfriend come in, and they're like, "Who's this?" Like, what's going on here?
And you're
I'm like, "Yeah, don't mind him. He's gonna be out of here in 2 seconds. Don't worry, I got us." And I was like, "Hey man, we can see you. You're not hiding at all." And he like turns around all sketchy, like, "We're all good." I'm like, "Yeah, we're all good, bro." Like, that was a terrible hiding spot. First of all, like, what were you thinking? So I eventually, like, I coax him out of the room because I'm like, "Hey, let's go smoke a cigarette. We should go down to the beach." He's peeing.
You see me?
He's peeing. That's exactly what the dude was doing. But he was like up against the wall, just like, "Yo, I'm hidden. You can't see me." So I coax him out of the room. I'm like, "Let's go smoke a cigarette." I get him like down to the beach area, and start smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, "All right, man, that was a good time. Thank you for helping me out. I got to go back in and deal with all this shit." And he's like, "Cool. So what are we gonna do?" And I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, you can go do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, our time is ended. Fucking, we're done. This night for us is over. I got you what you got. You got off of me, whatever you got. Fucking, we're done. Like, then I ended up going back to the hotel room and having to explain what just happened.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun times.
Oh yeah.
Kids, don't do drugs. I mean, if you're gonna do them responsibly.
I don't approve that message. Just kidding.
I approve of all fucking drugs and fucking any type of mental exploration.
Yeah.
Well, because our brains are only what, using 10% of their capacity,
Right.
so there's obviously another what, 90% that's not being used.
So
So
why not use that? I see you.
I'm trying to use every fucking percentage of it, dog. Like, I'm trying to fucking be the vision and just like transfer through things. Bro. Like,
there's another percent. Just
we're all just energy and we're all just atoms that fucking are collected together. Can I not vibrate fucking fast enough to go through something? Dude, like, I want that to happen so much. You don't know how many times I've been dude, you don't know how many times I've been arrested and been like, all right, is this the time that I can fucking vibrate? Vibrate fast enough to get out of these handcuffs, dude. Ooh, one time.
Oh man, do you remember when we were looking at that liquor store and that Wook always kept coming over?
Yeah.
The parking lot Wook. Oh my god.
The crazy fool that yes, dude. Oh my god. I tried to be nice to that guy for so long until eventually I was just like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, I can't handle your shit anymore.
So, do you hear about what they're doing in Colorado now with the cops and shit?
The whole sweep on everything that they're doing. But what are you doing?
They're like defunding, and then they're making them go with like mental health workers. So if it's like a
makes sense.
Mental health issue or something, the cops don't fuck with them. They just like sick the mental health workers on them, and the mental health workers like have to like talk them down and shit. It's kind of cool. I guess. So kind of
maybe that's the job I should get into because I know how to fucking. Those are my people. I know how to talk.
Right? Hell yeah, dude.
It's like,
that'd be something to look into. I mean, I'm sure you have to probably go through a shitload of school and bullshit, but
yeah. Were you there for the time that the dude like attacked me?
The liquor store?
Yeah, and I had to pull the bat out on him, and I like didn't want to beat his ass.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah,
dude,
the dude with the glasses.
I don't even remember what he fucking looked
like. A black dude with glasses. That was he was a regular
little ass black dude. He was a regular.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So like he comes up one day. I'm sitting there working on some like manager shit, like trying to figure out the books and fucking, doing whatever. Homeboy Anthony, you remember him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the dude from South Africa.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. He's sitting there working the register. The guy comes up and he's like, "Hey, what's up? Can I get it?" And I didn't respond because I'm working on some other shit. And Anthony, like, took his time responding. He's like, "Oh, so you're not going to respond to me?" And I looked up and I was like, "Are you talking to me or him? Like, what's going on?" And he's like, "You motherfucker." And I was like, "Doggy, I'm working on some other shit. He's the one working right now. Like, go ahead about your business."
Right.
So he goes ahead and buys his fucking little bottle. And then at the end of the situation, he was like, "Yeah, you're a piece of shit." But started talking shit to me. And I was like, "Cool, dog. You can go ahead and leave. I wasn't talking to you. I'm doing some other shit. I apologize if our interactions were not up to your standards." And he's like, "Whatever, fuck you. You're a fucking faggot." Like started calling me all this like, homophobic shit. And I was like, "All right, word." So I pulled out the bat that we had next to the counter. And I was like, "Word. Do you really want to do this right now?" And he's like, "What, you're gonna hit me with a bat?" I was like, "I don't want to, but I will." So I lead him out the door, and we get out the door, and he starts fucking pressuring me. And I'm like, "Dude, if I hit this guy with a bat right now, I can go to a jail for assault charges, like serious assault with a deadly weapon kind of status." Right. So we just start tussling and fucking we tie up, and I gave him the gnarliest headbutt.
Hell yeah.
Bashed his skull, like his whole face was like bashed in.
Damn.
And as we're like wrestling, fucking, like just kind of grappling on the ground, I'm trying to keep him in fucking, a locked position so he can't go anywhere.
For sure.
Some guy comes up and he's like, "Do you guys need help?" I was like, "Sir, would you mind calling the cops? Like, this guy is fucking assaulting me, please." Like, he is very, very like, yes, I need help. This guy's assaulting me. Could you fucking call the cops? Like, this sucks.
Right.
Let him go. The other guy like sits on him while I fucking get up and call the cops. And yeah, the cops come through and they were like, "Dude, what did you do to his face?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "His whole skull is fucking bashed in."
Damn.
And I was like, "I just gave him a headbutt, dog. It's all on video. You want to see it?" And they're like, "Yeah, we do actually." And they saw it and they were like, "Holy fuck." And then they're like, "Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to press charges against him?" And I was like, "No, man, his face is bashed in. Just fucking send him to the drunk tank, let him have his time, and then let him go about his day. I don't want to show up to court,
Right.
months later to have to like be like, yes, that was the guy." It's like, dude, he was having a bad day. I didn't want to deal with it anyways, so let it be.
Right.
Months later, that motherfucker comes around, tries to steal.
I was there for that part.
Were you around when I pulled the gun at him? Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was trying to steal that bottle of fucking Jack Daniel's cinnamon.
Yeah, totally.
And I was like, "Hey man, do you want to put that back?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Dude, just put it back, man. Like, I know what's going on. What are you gonna do about it?" And I pulled my fucking gun out and I popped the clip one time and like caught the bullet just like John Wick style and just put it on the top. I was like, "Do you really want to test me?" That's how it is, huh? Yes, unfortunately. Like, dude, I'm not gonna kill you. But I'm definitely gonna shoot you in the fucking leg or the foot. Like,
right?
You really want to do that? He's like, "Cool. All right, I see how it is." And he put the bottle back down on the counter and just left. God, I missed that story, dude.
That was a crazy story for sure.
That was some of the funner times I've ever had working as a salesperson.
Hell yeah.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Back in the world
for a second.
Dude, the universe took me out of it for a second. And now I'm back. God, I hope anybody who's watching this enjoys it.
Yeah, same.
It's just kind of.
If you guys have any like tips on getting us out there so we can get more followers, anything you want to see, anything we could be doing better.
Perfect transition, because that's what I wanted to talk about. Was like, how do we get ourselves out there?
Hell yeah.
We're just trying to do this. We're entrepreneurs trying to make ourselves known in this pond of, this huge pond. We're little fish in a huge pond.
Hell yeah.
And so, I think the gimmick that I've been using is, getting high and doing drugs.
Oh yeah.
It's like people are going to see that and be like, "Oh, did you see that one where he ate mushrooms or did DMT or was on Molly or,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a drug addict. I'm just an enthusiast, and I'm doing this for you guys.
Like the way I look at it, it's the same with gaming too. Like I try and like play new games that people haven't played if they want to experience it. Like same with this, like taking drugs so people can see what it's like.
Yep. Well, yeah, you can see that I've consumed drugs. And I'm still able to host a fucking.
Whoa! I'm just kidding.
Allegedly, sprinkle some allegedly on there. Allegedly, this is all fucking comedy.
Remember, do you have 2 lighters right now?
Huh?
Did you just have 2 lighters?
I could have. I could have. I thought I only had one, but
okay. I'm just tripping.
Oh fuck! I love tripping, dude. Tripping. Let's end it on how much fucking fun hallucinating is.
Hell yeah, dude! Especially with friends, with the right people.
With the right people is a huge thing. And setting is a huge fucking thing.
And
it if you've ever been with if you've ever been with the wrong person, you know it too. Right? Like you start going into that dark fucking meat grinder palace of like, oh, what is this person thinking about? And do they care about me? And how do they? Yeah, it's like you start worrying about that. Where you're like, dude, just focus in on yourself and how much fucking you love everything else.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, there's no other reason to like worry about what people care. You know,
Right.
it's kind of how I feel about this podcast. Like, dude, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, fuck yourself, dog.
Right.
Like, don't listen. Yeah, exactly. I'm having fun doing this. This is literally my new job. Like, I've been fucking quarantined. I got furloughed and then let go. Now I'm on the path of like, okay, I want to be a stand-up comedian, but I have no stand-up to go do. Okay, I have no open mics. So totally. I need to grab a fucking mic myself. And if it means that I need to produce it myself, that's what we're fucking doing. What's up, Wario? Yeah. Do that fucking Wario. Dude, how cool is Wario? No, let's stay on track. Fuck. God damn it. God damn it. Hallucinating is fun.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, where was I going with? I don't know.
What happened? I blacked out.
Do you want to plug anything? What's your site called?
Yeah, hell yeah. Follow my YouTube, my Twitch, SuperBeast484. Follow my buddy Heathen Skip 99 on Twitch.
Heathen's pretty cool, dude. I've been talking to that fool. He's pretty cool.
We've been getting a podcast going called Random Insanity.
Random Insanity.
Kind of about the same thing. We just talk about whatever.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You guys
need more followers and stuff like that. So
shit, don't we all?
Yeah.
Like, fucking don't we all, man?
Nice to do this shit full time.
Yeah, man. Dude, you've been a great guest. I really enjoy talking to you. You're a good friend. Fucking we're both on the same kind of quest for whatever it is that we're looking for. I don't know if are we looking for fame or are we looking for fucking recognition?
We're looking for our spot, I think. Not necessarily fame and stuff, but
we're just looking for like our place in the universe, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's what this show's all about, man. We're just trying to figure it all out. What are we doing here?
Right?
We're just trying to figure out what the fuck. It's like no one and anybody who tells you that they know, fuck that person. That's a liar right there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like fuck, I don't want to end this because I'm feeling so good right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we can edit it all out, but just I mean, do you have anywhere to be?
Just to get some food.
Just to go get some food.
Yeah, in like 10 minutes, I'm gonna meet my roommate.
All right, you tell me whenever you want to tap out, and we'll call it good.
Oh yeah, like 10 more minutes or so.
You got that nice cotton mouth going. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one cap, one stem.
Hell yeah, dude.
Certainly will. I mean, well, so let's talk about microdosing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a common misconception about microdosing. Some people think that like, oh, it's just one cap, one stem, or like one little guy like this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's not microdosing, dude. Literally, what you need to do: grind up about a half ounce or a quarter, an eighth. Just grind it up into fucking powderized, pulverized, whatever. Put it into little capsules. What is it? Usually the 000s of the smaller ones.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Measure it out.
Yeah. Measure it out to the point where it's literally 0.003 is the maximum you want to go on a microdose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, depending on your tolerance level, but 0.003 is where you want to start out with, because you don't want to actually feel it. It's supposed to be like a vitamin. It's supposed to be there to like help your internal systems be like, oh yeah, this is what we're naturally supposed to be doing. Let's get wavy. Let's get loosey goosey with the universe. Fucking
definitely lifts your spirits.
It really does.
Antidepressant.
It helped me through my first fucking detox when I was getting off of alcohol and everything after that first little experience. Yeah. Tune into the other episodes. We'll talk about it. You'll hear all about it later. But definitely it helped me through all that, because I couldn't do anything that was illegal, but they can't test for mushrooms. So I would just do microdoses, and it really reset my brain chemistry. Like when I was going through alcohol withdrawals and like having a really tough time with just the serotonin depletion and dopamine depletion that had happened from all the years of abuse.
Mhm.
That shit really came in and like helped me understand, okay, yeah. Trees are pretty cool. Sunsets are fun. Fucking life is awesome,
Oh yeah.
enjoy the fact that we're here. Fucking
For sure.
what are we doing? You're upset about
Oh, man, it
nothing.
makes you appreciate life so much more.
Well, and the fact that like you really start to understand that like there's nothing to life. There's no objective here.
Right.
We've
all just winging
we've
it.
created all these objectives by obtaining money and trying to own a house and trying to have a family and all this shit. That's just societal nonsense. That's outside influences that you don't actually need.
Exactly.
You can fucking live life however you want to.
Hell yeah.
And if people call you weird, that's their problem, man. Like as long as you're enjoying it, fucking enjoy it. Like
Hell yeah.
that's my philosophy on life is fucking enjoy yourself.
Right. Don't let them pass on their negative energy.
Well, and as
that
long
shit
as you're
out.
not doing anything negative to hurt anybody else's fucking path, whatever
Oh,
they're
yeah.
trying to do, go for it, man. Just
Hell
be
yeah.
happy. Speaking of negative influences, did you see Night Stalker on Netflix yet?
What?
The one
Oh no, I
about-
didn't yet. It's
Richard
on my list,
Ramirez.
but- yeah, you told me
Dude.
about that. Hell yeah. For
It's,
a second, I thought you were going to talk about American Horror Story.
Well, I mean, he does make an appearance in there, but like,
Oh yeah,
this one goes way deeper. This is like a whole documentary
actual
about
shit.
like
Yeah, totally.
the detectives who were following him, who figured it out. And it was like this younger Latino detective. He was like 28, 26, 28, trying to make a name for, not even trying to make a name for himself. He was just like coming up in that world,
Hell yeah.
And he noticed a couple of fucking patterns that were arising. And he was like, hey man, I think this dude that's been terrorizing people over here and did some rapes and did some stuff over here might be the same killer that we're looking for over here.
Right.
And it just, dude, it all leads together. It's a really great fucking documentary. But this Richard Ramirez guy, Jesus Christ, talk about going on the wrong side of hallucinogens and
Right. Big time.
just he thought that evil was talking through him and that he had to do everything that he could to be like the most evil. And he would go in and like fucking, dude, like the people that he was beating up on were like 87, 70-year-olds, 60-year-olds, just
damn.
And then like he abducted this 7-year-old girl and like raped her and then let her go. And she ended up like going back. She's in the fucking documentary and being like, yeah, this is what happened to me.
Damn.
It's a fucking crazy documentary. If you haven't seen it, check out Night Stalker. God damn it. That's like, where the evilness goes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is where I was trying to go with what I was going to say. Like, dude, you can do positive shit, like create a podcast and try to, boost your friends up and try to bring everybody up to a level where we all get recognized. Or we could go that fucking evil route and try to get recognized for fucking being the most evil. And
right.
That's what Richard Ramirez was doing, dude.
Totally.
Like, but it's crazy because when he finally did get caught, he started getting all these fans and like groupies who were like, yeah, dude, like just bitches throwing themselves at him, where he was like, yeah, I am the shit, like that. And you're like, no, dude, like that's not how. No, man, no, it's not what we're here for, bro. Oh,
hell yeah, dude.
Let's
end it with that, with positive energy.
Positive energy.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, buddy. I got another fucking couple hours of just chilling. I'm gonna go hit the hot tub and.
Oh yeah, I'll be down to get back on in a couple hours if you're down.
All right, yeah, hit me up.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Dude, thank you for being a part of what are we doing here? This was episode number 3, I think.
Boom.
Randy McCready. Go check him out. Super
Thanks
beast.
for listening, guys. Follow Hunter. Follow him.
And
like him. Comment.
Yeah, you can do that if you guys want. I totally appreciate it, but that's not what I'm in it for.
Help us out, but yeah, you don't have to.
I'm just in it for, dude, I got a platform now that I could say fuck you to whoever I want.
I'm sorry. Just kidding.
Ari Manis, what's up,
Oh.
bitch?
Hell yeah, bitch.
I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. Thank you again. Super Beast 484 is what the Twitch is.
Right. Mm-hmm. And YouTube, yeah.
Yep. All right, we'll try to promote it, and we'll. I'll do it. I'll get on there more and more, and fucking
What's
try to make it.
Hold on YouTube.
What are we doing here
on
with?
YouTube?
Yeah, what are we doing
nice.
here with Hunter Holt?
Nice.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure all that shit out too.
Right.
I'm literally trying to learn all this shit as we're going along. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
all right, buddy.
Shit.
Appreciate you.
Hell yeah, rock on. Let's do this again soon.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. All right, let me try to figure out how to shut it down now.
Fucking come on, have fun, laugh, smile. And I was like,
You own a dispensary and you're gay? What else you got under your fucking sleeve?
Shoot a couple ropes of friendship across his butt cheeks. And
that's literally the worst.